another edition again of the Logan's Hour. And we try to get propped up, and we will be right back, as I stated. We try to get propped up. Just a second. We'll be right back.
TuneByBread.com.
Papi, why you coming for your breathing like that?
My daughter. Hey, my daughter, yeah. The old people can say that curiosity kill a cow. What your own problem again?
Papi, I really don't have problem. But the way you breathing, say, it like you running somewhere.
My daughter? Ha, yaka. If I give you the little G's, you yourself will be running to the same player running. So you just hold it there.
Papi, Papi, play on me now, lay on me. You know I your daughter too now.
My daughter, guess what? I had to run away from Wego. Ha, yaka. Tuesday and Thursday, they got one show in town they call it Logan's Hour. Man, that boy can talk the thing that are happening in Indiana. Even when you steal, even you doing wrong thing, the boy will talk it. You doing the right thing, the boy will praise you.
For real, Papi? No, that kind of thing that we want you all time, yeah.
My daughter, I'm telling you, let me tell you now, Logan's Hour come on every Tuesday and Thursday, 6 o'clock p.m. And when you want to watch Logan's Hour, you gotta be on time, or else you watch the show after the show. But guess what?
What, Papi?
Just go to Facebook and subscribe to Logan Hour. You go to YouTube, you subscribe to Logan Hour. Anytime Logan Hour coming on, you will get notification. That the notification made me running at the door, my daughter, because I won't be laying by in my living room, man. and get ready to call on that show.
Papi, thank you so much for the information. But I see Tommy walking, coming it out. I don't know if I he looking at too. Oh, Tommy! Tommy!
Oh, what's that? What you calling my name like that for? What you calling my name like that for? Take your time, man.
In a tunesbyblog.com.
Papi, why you coming from your breathing like that?
My daughter. Hey, my daughter, yeah. The old people can say that curiosity kill the cow. What your own problem again?
Papi, I really don't have problem. But the way you breathing, sir, it's like you running somewhere.
My daughter? Ha, yaka. If I give you the little G's, you yourself will be running to the same place I'm running. So you just hold it there.
Papi, Papi, play on me now, lay on me. You know I your daughter too now.
My daughter, guess what? I had to run away from Wego. Ha, yaka. Tuesday and Thursday, they got one show in town they call it Logan's Hour. Man, that boy can talk the thing that are happening in Indiana. Even when you steal, even you doing wrong thing, the boy will talk it. You doing the right thing, the boy will praise you.
For real, Papi? No, that kind of thing. 1 hour time, yeah.
My daughter, I'm telling you, let me tell you now. Logan's Hour come on every Tuesday and Thursday, 6 o'clock p.m. And when you want to watch Logan Hour, you gotta be on time, or else you watch the show after the show. But guess what?
What, Papi?
So just go to Facebook and subscribe to Logan Hour. You go to YouTube, you subscribe to Logan Hour. Anytime Logan Hour coming on, you will get notification. That the notification made me running at the door, my daughter, because I won't be laying back in my living room, man, and get ready to call on that show.
Papi, thank you so much for the information. But I see Tommy walking, coming it out. I don't know if I he looking at too. Oh, Tommy! Tommy!
Oh, what's that? What you calling my name like that for? What you calling my name like that for? Take your time, man. You get. I'm watching my Looking Hour. Don't gotta distract me, yo. Wait now. If you ain't got what to do right now, we're already enjoying ourselves. You better get involved with the fries, girl. Tommy, so today, Papi was telling me that something? I'm gonna look for Looking Hour, yeah. Papi, thank you. Thank you for telling me about Looking Hour.
My daughter, that ain't there. Don't say I'll tell you. Bye.
All right. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, depending on which part of the world you are. We want to say welcome again to the Logan's Hour. Today is a very, 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 very early morning edition of the Logan's Hour. You know, today is July 4th, a national holiday to where I reside currently in the United States. And we are grateful to be here again. And today we want to say to all of our many supporters and Liberians American, Guinean American, Hispanic American, Mexican American, and all the people naturalized and born American, want to say to you all happy Independence Day. And I also want to say to the Crown Ambassador following right now, His Excellency Honorable Zion Glad Cheyi, welcome to the Logan's Hour. I see the Secretary General, Mr. Robert Kiri. Welcome as well, my brother, to the Logan's Hour. I see my beautiful wife, Princess Liwe Samal Hamu, following here. Welcome. Dalisha Sayam, welcome to the Logan's Hour. Titi Banks And all the folks who's who's jumping on right now, welcome, welcome. Somebody just sent me text, that's why I'm laughing. The person said, "Wow, looking at what coming on Tuesday morning, it seems like small fire on the air." Yes, indeed. Tell someone to tell someone that low fire on this program today. And we're gonna give few advices here, and we're gonna talk about few issues confronting our community as well as Liberia, and also talk about uh, what is coming up today as well. So to all of you following us here, we want to say thank you so much. And I see the crime ambassador. The crime ambassador said, "Good morning, my dear brother. I'm watching from Indianapolis, Indiana, USA, and happy Independent Day to you." Thank you so much, my dear brother, the crime ambassador, Honorable Zion Glad Cheyi, the ambassador. That's the Cheyi Transport CEO. He's following as well. And to all of you who joining us and will join us shortly, we want to say happy Independent Days to all of you guys. And let's have fun today and let's enjoy this day. I can say let's enjoy this day because today is a real, real day in the history of the Liberian people. When you talk about Judah folks, sometimes my mind can go to somebody who have stayed in Liberia for some time and have experienced the 14 years devastation and cross over to the United States. Imagine you coming here doing the Judah 26th how they call it Judah 4th celebration in year firecracker. You think America is on attack, you want to go back you want to go back home. So today we want to say to all of you, thank you for joining us. Um, we're waiting for more people to come because we're going to spill some beans here. We're going to talk about the Liberian Association of Indiana latest decision to remove uh, what they call people who are not in compliance, to remove them from the group chat. And to my surprise, I got up and I saw my phone just banking up, banking up, banking up, and people that I least suspect were calling and text messages keep flowing through and talking about the decision to remove the almost the entire chat because of something they call they are not in compliance with their dues. And some people see it to be at front, other people see it to be uh, insensitivity, and other people saw it differently. And all of the various wordings and things, I have all of these here, and messages coming from permanent people as well. And some people even classify it differently. But however, whatever decision the administration decided to make, we're going to talk about the administration decision. We're going to talk about the feelings of the people who live in the community as well. And as we go on, we go on, we go on, we will talk about so many other things. And I want to say to all of you who celebrated your birthday in the month of July, I want to say happy birthday and happy birthday if you're celebrating today. And also, those of you who celebrating your anniversary in this month, want to say happy anniversary. And those of you who celebrated your anniversary already, want to say happy belated. And want to say to my dear brother and friend, Mr. Elisha Tito Harris, want to say congratulations to you. You took on the hands of the former vice president of the Liberian Association of Indiana, Miko Coquette, on last Saturday. Both of you got married traditionally, because we traditional people, once you pay the bride price, which is the dowry, we consider it to be marriage. We don't wait for all that thing what people can do. You go have web program, all the things. So, congratulations, my brother. So yes, we're gonna go into it straight. We're gonna just have the conversation going. Those of you who gonna watch it later, gonna watch later, and those of you who also going to um all right, all right, all right. I'm sorry. Yeah, I see somebody also telling me here. Oh, I have some things to say, but I don't want to call my name. But yeah. You don't have to call your name. You can send me a text message as well. I can also communicate your message. And trust me, this morning, I think a lot of people, lots and lots of people from the kind of text messages I've been receiving, the calls I've been receiving. I think they are angry, and they are angry for the genuine cause. They are angry for the genuine cause. And we're going to come back shortly, and we're going to talk about the anger of the people. We're going to talk about why they are angry, and area decisions is predicated upon the reason why they are angry. So this morning show is not some of our usual show like we normally do in the evening when we come up here and we try to make it easy and the fire do not come from our belly. And this morning we will be talking the hard truth. We are about to talk the hard truth, and we will talk the hard truth. So those of you who just joining us, tell somebody to tell somebody. And all of those that have been temporarily or permanently suspended from the area chat room that have been removed, you can also join the conversation. We're going to give you people alternative while we are here as well. And we're going to make it interactive. We're going to make it fun. So let's hang on. We will be back. And when we get back, we're going to go straight into the issue. When we get back, it's going to be the conversation that has to do with area and the community as a whole. So sticking still, we will be right back.
In a tunebyblood.com.
Papi, why you coming from your breathing like that?
My daughter. Hey, my daughter, yeah. The old people can say that curiosity kill a cow. What your own problem again?
Papi, I really don't have problem. But the way you breathing, sir, it like you running somewhere.
My daughter? Ha, yaka. If I give you the little G's, you yourself will be running to the same player running. So you just hold it there.
Papi, Papi, play on me now, lay on me. You know I your daughter too now.
My daughter, guess what? I had to run away from Wego. Ha, yaka. Tuesday and Thursday, they got one show in town they call it Logan's Hour. Man, that boy can talk the thing that are happening in Indiana. Even when you steal, even you doing wrong thing, the boy will talk it. You doing the right thing, the boy will praise you.
For real, Papi? No, that kind of thing that we want here all time, yeah.
My daughter, I'm telling you, let me tell you now. Logan's Hour come on every Tuesday and Thursday, 6 o'clock p.m. And when you want to watch Logan Hour, you gotta be on time, or else you will watch the show after the show. But guess what?
What, Papi?
It's easy. Just go to Facebook and subscribe to Logan Hour. You go to YouTube, you subscribe to Logan Hour. Anytime Logan Hour coming on, you will get notification. That the notification made me running at the door, my daughter, because I won't be laying back in my living room, man, and get ready to call on that show.
Papi, thank you so much for the information. But I see Tommy walking, coming it out. I don't know if that he looking at too. Oh, Tommy! Tommy!
Oh, Rasta, what you calling my name like that for? What you calling my name like that for? Take your time and you get. I'm watching my looking hour. Don't got distract me, yo. Wait now. If you ain't got what to do right now, we're already enjoying ourselves. You better get involved with the fries, girl. Tommy, so that today, Papi was telling me that seriously? I'm going to look for looking hour, yeah. Papi, thank you. Thank you for telling me about looking hour.
My daughter, now Ada, don't say I'll tell you. Bye.
Bye. All right. So we are here again. Trust me, some of you who don't know, the time is very unusual, and we are here to talk about issues that confronts all of us. So let's go into what I have to say first here, because for the look of things, it's like I ain't gonna be here too long. And Excuse me. I ain't gonna be here too long, and I'm just gonna just hit a nail as we move on. And I have one of my brother who want to join the conversation, and he gonna join shortly. I already sent him the link. Those of you who want to know what's going on, you can also join the conversation this morning. If you love to come up and say something on the contrary, we can also send you the link as well. You can also be part of the conversation because today is important. It's important, and every one of us have to be part of this all important conversation. And let me say this to you all: to the conversation, in all fairness, it's not to denigrate anybody. It's not to say anything on the contrary, but just to show some light and to talk the hard truth, talk about issues surrounding the decisions that were made. And if that decision was a brilliant decision, or was it just emotional, let's talk about the issues. I can say that. I'm not I'm not too into morning shows as usual. I like to do my evening shows. But today we are here for a reason. And that reason, just a second right there. All right, so let's go to it. Let's go to it. Let's go to it. Sorry about that. All right, so we got up this morning, and it started from last night when the Liberian Association of Indiana decided to remove people from the community chat. When I first saw that blink going off and received the first call from somebody in the community telling me about the decision of the Liberian community to remove almost the rest of the people from the community chat, and I was like, "What's going on? What's going on? What's going on?" And just to go back and review what I saw, it was real. It was real. You know, it has been some time now since the last time I heard this. It was posted in the community chat that those that are not paying the dues going to be removed from the community chat, and for so many reasons, and they were going to be removed. And I was one of those people who said the other time that it make no sense for the Liberian community or the Liberian Association of Indiana to remove people from the group chat with all the final investigation of this inaugural boss saga. And I stand by that. I stand by that. In the midst of all these hollow baloo and the inaugural boss saga and the Liberian community, the leadership of the Liberian Association of Indiana cannot fully adjudicate or to give a proper explanation as to what happened before removing people from the group chat. That is mind-boggling. I think at this point, that decision is unwise, and the president, the vice president, the secretary general as well, they all need to go and rethink. They need to go and rethink. You see, I have received tons of calls in a few days and people telling me, oh, this time you're so soft on the administration. You can't talk much the way you used to talk and blah, 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 blah. And my point here is not to keep banking on them and telling them things that they ought to do, things that they're supposed to know about. So I decided to, first of all, give them some space, allow them to flow, have a safe sailing. And what I've noticed when the administration first put out the issue about removing people from the group chat, we, you know, people living in the community, concerned Liberian, came out and they said that, oh wow, removing people from the group chat at this time will not be a brilliant decision. Moreover, the inaugural board result or reports is still hanging. We haven't fully exhausted the report yet from the inaugural committee. So why will you remove people? Why should I pay my money when the first money is still questions? And there was some flimsy justifications as to why people will be removed according to the constitution and blah 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 blah, save other crap. And the Liberian Association of Indiana, by their constitution and their record when it goes to the state, they are a 501c3 organization, non-for-profit, which means it depends wholly and solely on donations. And at this point, the Parkers administration, the Parkers Boyards administration, decided to remove their donuts from the chat room. For what reason? Because donation is not forced. People choose to donate. And moreover, if your donation is not being fully accounted for, you have the right not to donate. All around the world. All around the world. Nobody going to sit here, donate their money to your institution, and you carry on your first function, and you cannot give proper accounting records. You cannot give better reports to convince the person to donate more. And surprisingly, all you got to do is to remove the person from the chat. Are you serious? Mr. Parker, Mr. Boya, Mr. Robert Carey, are you guys serious? Because I have been receiving a lot of messages though. And most of the people who have been removed from the chat, they are saying to me, they ain't going to come back to the chat. And what's going to happen to you? You're going to be shortchanged. You going to lose a lot of money. Because these people that were removed from this chat room, you see, the other day I talked about the record keeping. Record keeping is so important when it comes to organization structure and management. These people are your donuts. Not everyone you see in that group chat. Some of the people that I saw that have been removed, like Aye and some of the names that I saw here that have been removed, there are people who matter, Maritoga, Marion, that have the African store, Levi Dede, Leona Masakwe, and all Kuma Songa, the former vice president of this community, Maka Kiri, the former Champlain of this community, Nathan Jala. And you see, when you look at the names of people that have been removed, you get confused. You get so confused. Because if I go back here and talk about those that the administration decided to remove from this chat room, those are people who contribute the most. When you go back to the Rufus Tatis administration, when it comes to the election, and they asked about how the community generated 54,000, 65,000, 75,000, that the community always boasts of, we have 50,000 in our account. How do you people generate 50,000? You think the administration is innovative enough to go and generate funds outside? No. Other than dues paying, the administration is clueless. They have no means of generating anything from anywhere. So this administration needed to convince the people, give them reason why to pay their dues. Even in the United States of America that you live today, why you think you pay your taxes? You think because the government come with stick and knock it on your back and say pay your taxes? No. The government is clearly giving you reason why you should pay your taxes. After the winter, you will see a lot of constructions going on everywhere. You will see the building breaches. You will see this going on. You will see that going on. But you have a newly elected government who has spent over 100 days in office. And can I tell you what they would do, what they intend to do? The money that people have paid, what have you people done with it? How do LAI benefit anybody first? Ask yourself the question. The decisions to remove people from this chat, it has to be carefully and prayerfully taken. You have to consult with your advisors and ask them the few questions. Will it be a very decent thing to remove people from the chat room at this time while we're having all of this inaugural issue hanging over our head? You can't even fully. This is sad. This is complete insensitivity. This Parker Boya administration is insensitive to the plight of the people who live in this community. You conducted, first of all, inaugural ball. Since January 14, you conducted inaugural ball. The inaugural report has been questioned by the same people who donating to the institution. And now what you do? On July 3rd, what you intend to do? This day going to go down in history. And all of those people who are removed from the chat room, some of them, majority of them, they will not come back. They have already planned to have an alternative. And their alternative, I ain't going to review it here. I'm not going to review their alternative. But I think the decision from the Parker's Boya administration, it was poorly calculated. If you people was to go and fully conclude with that inaugural report, now when you come back and say you will remove people because of transparency, because of accountability, because of compliance sake, everybody going to clap their hands and say, yes, they will sing kumbaya to you. But what the community is also accusing this administration to also have linked with what happened during the inaugural program. Now all the community, all the leadership have to do is to circumvent people. We will silence them. We will remove them from the chat. Then it will be silent. Listen, all of you that have been removed from the chat, you already have your alternative chat already created. And you have been adding already there. You go there and have fun. It's a free chat to have you informed to what happening in town. Because the decision to remove you people from the chat room, I think it's just because this administration don't want to account to the people of this community. And which is wrong. Because when you go back, my Rebecca McGill, Jan Volule has been removed from the chat. And Marianne has been removed from the chat. The woman who owned her own African store, who is capable of donating as much, you remove her from the chat. And only because a lot of people asking about this inaugural report. Tell us what happened to the inaugural report, then we will pay our dues. Kumba Songo, the fork bar has been removed. I saw that they have been put back into the chat. Mama Rose Songo has been removed from the chat room. Prince Killer, Rose Bayou Horseman has been removed. Patient Silly, Jeremiah Sillyworth has been removed from the chat. And all the professionals people that you removing from the chat, they are not coming back. You need all of these people, the professionals people, to carry on certain tasks. Most of the people are not in the chat room because of dues paying. They are not in the chat room because of dues paying. James Carter has been removed. And Sam has been removed. And lots and lots of people has been removed from this chat. Nathan Jala has been removed. And I say Gofen Jr. I say Gofen Jr., UJ Doswa, Jeevan Smith, Marcus Guion, and Mrs. Pilley, Professor Pilley, has been removed from this chat. And who again has been removed? Benedict Kofa has been removed. You know, when I think about, look at Dr. Nathaniel Samba, the man who always donate to this institution, has been removed from this chat. DJ Sneezy, Ernest Madison, Emerson Duo has been removed from the chat. Then Ernest Samuels has been removed. Ernest Samuel, if you check your record, Ernest Samuels pay his dues. You remove Ernest Samuels from this chat room. And the good thing about it, as you were removing, I was just taking a screenshot. At the same time, other people were calling me. Marina Gay, Patience Carter, who and what her name, Nicole Koke, served on a committee to educate people about their health and talk about lots of issues when it comes to health. Professional people who in this time that this administration could use to solve so many issues. When the former parliamentarian has been removed, Winter Snow, John Z. Akwe has been removed from this chat. Sad times. Aye Tia has been removed from this chat room. Mrs. Guo has been removed. Ma Annie Gibson has been removed from this chat. And that's the one I don't understand. Ma Annie Gibson has been removed. Peter Howell has been removed. And Prince Jacob, the cameraman of the community, has been removed. Rose Bayou, the former Ways and Means chairperson, has been removed. Rosetta Chaston Logan has been removed. Sasamba has been removed. And Tito Harris, the government is a joke. I swear it was a joke. I never knew. You know, I can't believe that Richie and Parker would say that in 2023 to be a comedian. Seriously. Josh Green has been removed. Hawa Kilima has been removed. Jay Sasa has been removed. Lee has been removed. Mami Bayou has been removed. MacArthur D has been removed. Oh, God. Oh, God. Pastor Johnny has been removed. The president of the Indiana Young Men Association, His Excellency Honorable Arvin Bangila, has been removed. Bulu Tavia has been removed from the community chat. Derry Hoff, the former vice presidential candidate, has been removed from the community chat. Takpo has been removed from the community chat. Emme, the man who can donate, has been removed from the community chat. Damn it. When people making poor decisions, it can be so sad. No thinking. Dalicia Cyan has been has been removed from the community chat. Rufus Tati, the former president, the former president of the Liberian Association of Indiana. Fatima right now, who is the current financial secretary. That's her former boss. They get something they call courtesy. Courtesy. Where you, Fatima, sit down, take your pen and paper, or take your phone and send your former president a WhatsApp message. Sir, I know you are busy with your campaign in Liberia, but however, the administration will be taking some decision on so and so date. I just reminding you that you are not in compliance with your dues. So if you can kindly pay your dues before this time, that will serve the purpose. I see that. The former president has been removed. Mr. Rufus Tati, Mr. Mrs. Roof Tati has been removed as well. The wife of the former president and the former financial secretary, Isabella Ningba, has been removed from the community chat. Yes. All of these people has been removed from the community chat. So when you go back to the Liberian Association community chat, and some of the other people who don't have names, I never mentioned them because their name is not there, just a phone number. I don't want to call their phone number. That's it. But all of these people that have been removed from the community chat, some of them saying they are not coming back. Somebody said the association is not doing anything for them. They are the one doing stuff for the administration, donating to the administration. So what the hell? The administration going to outlet, they're doing them a favor. And what about they doing the administration a favor? So we have our brother in the background, Mr. Ivan Jivan Smith. He's already, I can see he's pretty seated. And he's going to give his view on this too as well. So let me get my brother. Ivan, how are you?
I'm fine, brother. How are you?
I'm okay, brother. What's going on?
Nothing much.
Another day. I woke
Yes.
up. I woke up to the news that the Liberian Association had removed 75% of its members from the group chat. Something they call failure to pay dues. You are not in compliance. So I want to know why paying dues is more significant than doing what you were elected to do. Because some of the people who reached out before said the administration failure to conduct a proper investigation when it comes to the inaugural report. They were not going to put their money into where the money cannot be accounted for. And now
Mm.
the administration have gone ahead to remove almost everyone from the group chat because they don't want to pay their dues. Where are you on that?
Yeah, well, first of all, I'd like to say morning to the listening audience out there, Indiana, wheresoever you are. Also, I haven't been following, so whatsoever
Mm-hmm.
that's been said on this show right now, not today, I haven't been following. So, whatsoever that was said previously, I'm not in context with it, so
Mm-hmm.
I'm not be aware. But if I would just like us to remember and reflect on this on certain things. Remember, sometime last year,
Mm-hmm.
this was a campaign issue that came out, and it did not come out in the context of people not paying the dues should be removed. it came out because this very administration now has pushed back when people started to ask legitimate questions, and they felt it was front to them, and the youth started to say, "Hey, why are you questioning me when you don't even pay your dues, or you wait until election time before you come and pay your dues? Why make you think you have no right to question me or this and that? I mean legitimate questions like, what have you done?
Yeah.
Well, we heard so and so thing happen in the past. Can you explain on it?" And they got offended. They felt offended on that, and that's the background of this whole removing people from the chat room. It's not solely about dues. It's about people asking them questions for accountability, transparency, and because they don't want that to happen. Um, so the issue now they have to look at is, oh, we have to fulfill what we said we're going to do. So
Mm-hmm.
they have few persons that
Yeah, muted, Jivan. Can you hear me? All right, go ahead. I cannot hear you. All right. Jivan, are you there? Oh my word. Oh my word. Today is a real day. Trust me. Yeah, I can't hear you, Jivan. But Jivan, go on and come back. Go on and come back. Yeah. All right. So Jivan Smith gonna go on and come back. You know, and the issue here about the dues paying. I see my brother Ricky Gonet. Not Ricky, but what his name? Somebody else following here. The person said, you know what? They added acting here. Long time I remove myself because they ain't doing nothing. You ask them question, they get vet. So again, let's go to this whole issue that Jivan was trying to make a point of here. And Jivan is right. But my point here is that I think the other day I made mention of this to somebody in leadership as concerning the whole issue with the inaugural issue here. This inaugural thing here, this inaugural report, it should have fully been investigated and submitted to the body, accepted. Then when you remove people, everybody will say, yes, this makes sense. But if you cannot exhaust the issues that has to do with this inaugural report, and you start to remove people from the community chat, I don't know what that decision came from. I don't know if that had Mr. Parker thinking. I don't know if that had Mr. Booyah thinking. I don't know if that had the financial secretary thinking. I don't know even if that's how the entire administration thinking. Because go back and understand the list of dues paying members they have when compared to the list that Fatima family posted. If you look at the list that Fatima family posted, you will know that this administration is by far generating what it's supposed to. And what do you think supposed to be the best ideas when it comes to the leadership or when it comes to those in power? Mr. Pago was once upon a time referred to during the campaign as a people person. He down to earth. He knows the issue. Then the same people person cannot reach out to the people in the community to convince them as to why they should pay their dues. I haven't seen anybody from the administration to reach out to people and say, this is the reason why you should pay your dues. So that you pay $60 a year just to be in group chat. They could be in a group chat. There are tons of group chat out here. So what will you do when the LAI have your function and they decide to come to the function? Will you stop them from coming? So the group chat is insignificant to the people. You have so other ways to convince them to pay their money. Because when you go back to the list of Fatima posted, we could be generating good sums of money instead of being acting like if we remove you from the chat, then you'll be able to pay your money. That make no sense. But Jivan, go ahead and land, brother. You were in.
Yeah, I'm not sure where my transmission kind of cut off the
You were
audio.
talking about the decision to remove people from the chat room. It wasn't just about today. It's about something that they don't want to be held accountable about
Right.
issues.
They don't they don't
Yeah.
want to be questioned. And that's
Yeah, they
the
don't want to be
whole
questioned.
that's the background of this leadership we have right now. They hate people asking a legitimate question. And that carry over. It started from, from last year when they were trying to campaign, like, hey, we'll be transparent, we'll talk about accountability. And when people ask them simple questions, then they get offended. So then that carry over to the inaugural program report.
Mm-hmm.
There were questions that were raised. That their own report, they have to go back at least twice, to the extent where when Parker came on your show in March,
Yeah.
and he stated that this report that will be coming out, it is detailed. And when you and Mrs. Moore,
Yeah.
Sis Kalu, since
Yeah.
I'm kind of familiar with her, so I know she won't get see as a disrespect, but
Yeah.
Sis Kalu was on your show, and you guys were asking him questions, and he ended up leaving.
It's
He
true.
abruptly left the show because it's almost like he was putting his foot in his mouth.
It's
The
true.
detailed report you talk about, it came out, and there were even more questions. This thing about, and then someone, and there are two things he emphasized when he came on your show. I
Mm-hmm.
remember that they will sue people for making false accusation about stealing, and that they will remove people from the group chat.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they're fulfilling one now. For not, they're fulfilling one, which is I'll applaud them. At least they're fulfilling something that they said they were going to do, whether right or wrong.
Yeah, you're
But
right.
at the same time, the issue about suing people, and for me personally, that's where I shouldn't say I take a step back, because I'm one of those. I say I'm not going to pay my dues in the face of the lack of transparency.
Mm-hmm. Jivan, you going silent again. I don't know what happening to your. Yes, we can hear you again.
Hello.
Okay, we can hear you now.
Okay. When we face the lack of transparency,
Mm-hmm.
we have now. You have to look at as a political move, because there's still a political move to making to get
Yeah.
back at, right. What's the optics? In our Liberian culture, someone can fire, can argue this and that, but you carry that man to court for what you think is rightfully yours, then you and that man become, a locker for the rest of life.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you say you're going to court, now what's the optics in of removing people from a group chat? What are the benefits of being in a group chat?
It's
What
true.
are the benefits of being a member of the Liberia Association Indiana? An organization that's striving to be, they said they're trying to be, they consider as the mother organization. When you use the word mother in our Liberian culture, have
Mm-hmm.
you ever seen your man ever mean you with food because you cannot provide?
No. No.
So the optics, I understand, but the father out a small money or this and that. What about the transparency part of it? You have a report where you talk about people, you giving people money for gas to go to meeting. Where you talking about they had a leadership seminar, and you pay $100. You spend $100 from the community cover that was not pre-approved.
Mm-hmm.
What did you use the money on? I think someone said they used it to cook soup for them to eat for
Yeah,
the leadership seminar.
I
Okay.
remember that.
Well, Okay, what did you use the money for? Did you purchase materials and stuff like that? But when you ask those questions, then they say, "Oh, you are being argumentative. Like when people don't like to be part of the community." It's this concept of just shut up and follow, shut up and fall in line.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I've been exposed to leadership, and there's a place where we do keep quiet and follow. Even organizations where you do keep quiet and follow, there are opportunities where to ask questions, and those questions are they will be addressed. And I'm talking about strict, leaderships where it's called for to
Mm-hmm.
keep quiet and follow. So why about a 501c organization where you asking question on, hey, can you explain to me what happened with the money? They say no, just shut up and follow. Those days are gone.
Of course.
You- Instead of us striving, as early as striving to be an organization where every Liberian that comes in the state of Indiana, you have access to the information that the community is running on. We are denying people the access to the information unless they pay a due. It's like if Google come on now, and I know Google is a private entity, but if Google
Mm-hmm.
come on and say the only way you use Google unless you pay some kind of fee, Google will automatically start to lose customers because
It's
it's
true.
freedom of association. But I think they have this power trip. Oh, we the administration, we the leadership, we in government. This is a 501c organization you're running. You want think you got some political power? Then go play politics on the national scene. Run for community leadership in the city you live in. Run for mayor. Do something better. But organization where we supposed to be able to convince people why should I pay my dues? So I'll ask you, Philip, what are the benefits you're getting just for paying your dues in LAI?
Nothing.
I'm shocked. Like seriously. I'll
Nothing.
let other people to chime in. I want to know it because I might be wrong.
Yeah, because that's some of the reason I was asking. Even those people that call me and somebody like, I'm not going back to that China anymore. I said, but what do you get it from there? Nothing. So you gotta convince them why they should pay their dues. There should be a whole campaign on this thing to tell people why they should pay their dues. Why it's important for them to pay their dues. Because people
Yeah,
can't keep giving money and they can see where the money goes to. Because look at the American system here. When you come to taxes, you say, well, okay, why you can pay American taxes? Because the people can see road construction, see bridges being built. But why should I pay my dues?
yeah. And uh, look at it this way. And I prefer the community to remain, when we say remain quiet, so not hauling and pulling over here. Because some of us, I know as for one,
Mm-hmm.
no one, even if it's a dollar, you're not going to spend my dollar. And when I ask you a question, I'm not saying everything will be done the way that I envision it. No, that's not what I'm saying. Let's say you were to use $50 from the community account. You went and purchased something from Amazon. And I say, oh boy, why you purchase this thing from Amazon for the community when you could get it from Walmart for $25? The same quantity, right? And then maybe you didn't know. Maybe you felt the one from Amazon was of better quality and stuff like that. Once you provide the receipt,
Okay, Jiva, look on the screen here. Jeremiah Cheer.
yeah, he said, but we need the people more. This move was political and financial irresponsible. Yes, I said okay, and that's what I'm saying.
Yes.
I asked one of my senior brother in the community. I won't call his name.
Right, Jeremiah. Trust me.
Yeah, I had another senior brother in the community. I won't mention his name. Um, and I said, okay, look at this. If you're a business person in the Liberian community, would you like to advertise to a group for your business that have 50 due pay members or 100 due pay members as compared to a group that you could reach up to 500, 900 persons, whether they're paying the dues or not? Which one of the group you like to advertise in?
You go to where
Because
you
that's
have
what
more.
it is. Where you want to go, where you have more.
Yeah. Yeah.
If they're having an event, Let's say they have an event and they only post. Look at this. Have LAI have an event where they only post that event flyer only in LAI chat room?
No, they post it in
No.
other community chat rooms to get
And
Liberians to go
even
to the function.
and even issue in the past where they say that when they we call the other people in leadership and other little Liberian groups like, hey up, you share the information. Why is that? That's adding to what Jeremiah said. Bro,
Yeah. And
you
Jeremiah
need
is
the
right
people
because
involved.
you got July 26 coming out. When you posting your flyers, you want people to go to the ball or wherever hall you're gonna rent. How they gonna go there? And when you
Right.
cannot get there anymore.
When yeah, it so since this chat room is so significant, why even post flyers in other organization chat rooms?
Yeah. Trust me. And those of you who in our chat room, the FOP chat room, going forward, you're gonna keep LDR information in LDR chat room. You're gonna keep LDR information in LDR chat room because LDR do not want the other people who they remove from the chat room to have access to the information. So all LDR information should stay in LDR chat room, please. So no
Yeah, I mean,
disrespect
no, it's
to
not
any of
this.
you who in the chat room, but please keep LDR information in LDR chat room.
You're only helping to execute their will. That's
Yeah.
what.
We have to help LDR to execute their will. So keep all LDR information, July 26 information are coming up, whatever information, keep it in LDR chat room. Because it make no sense. Because like what my dear friend and brother said here, no disrespect, but Jeremiah is the IRC chairperson, but he knows the issues. You need the people. Because Jivon, go back to the list that Fatima Family posted this morning. If you look at the dues paying list here of I know how many people, the total people here they have here is it was 449. Of the 449 people, the highest, I mean say the total money collected from January to July, because some people pay the entire year. So let's just say the total money collected in full is $3,095. $3,095. So if you can get 400 plus people and they only pay $3,095, you know fundamentally something is wrong.
Yes.
Something is wrong. Because inspiration is very important when it comes to leadership. The leader should inspire people, give people reason why they should contribute to this institution. Just imagine, not to call my brother name, I don't want to mention his name, when he was bereaved. In less than 3 days, the community will ought to get 2,000 plus they go and sympathize. So do you think that people can pay $60 a year?
Right.
You
Yeah.
think people who they removed from the chat, they were donating $100 to that cause. So you think they couldn't pay $60 a year, $5 a month?
The optics is what you see in life when whenever you planning something, even if it will fall apart, even if you deviate from a moral path, right? The reason why you're doing it should be of a moral good cause. Let the root be of very good intention. But when you start the intention with some kind of ill-conceived motive, it's easy for it to fall apart.
Yeah. See that person here, John Blamos. John Blamos says sometimes you remove yourself from things quietly before you be removed, especially when it's not beneficial. So they are first of all supposed to sit down. Even like, no disrespect. I spoke to the financial secretary before. She said she used to work with the Peace School. She used to write projects and they write grants. So all the ideas you have to write grants and projects and generate money. Why you can generate money quietly and the people benefit, then they'll be removing the people forcing it. Because I'm like the twisting your arm. If you pay the money, you move for you have to pay the money by force.
My brother, let leave the other topic for another day. By me being part of the church group doesn't mean I will hold it. But the fact that the church is a holy institution, so we all can write under that. Have been part of a holy institution, we were holy. So let's leave
Yeah.
that topic for another day.
Yeah, because this make no sense to me. Because the part of it, this morning when I got up, I saw messages and on WhatsApp and people like, well, I was already thinking about removing myself, and the way they remove me, I'm not going back to that chat. And I kept talking to some people. I said, listen, maybe they're gonna you see, the decision is the most easier thing to do. To make the decision is easy. The most difficult thing here is the consequences that come after your decision. So before you
Yeah.
make the decision, you have to study your consequences. Because if you go back to the chat, even if I share this with you, I think you already have it. If you go back to the chat and see the spaces of people who paid zero and all the people that have been removed, do you think you want to go back and put it in the chat?
Yeah,
We're all
they
paying the
will.
dues. That would be more alarming.
Some of those people will come out and pay their dues, which I'm not, saying pay your dues or don't pay your dues. I'm saying it from a point of view. I'm saying it from a point where we have an obligation
Mhm.
to better our community, better our society, and better our country. We keep doing this thing about uh, uh, this transparency and accountability issue. We keep trying to sweep it under the rug. Just want to look at it the other way. And, somebody's, I can't remember who it was. One said on your show, yeah, oh, you're accusing this person of $5. No, man, that person make more than that. It's true.
Yeah.
They make more than that. It's not about it's not about the actual money. It's about the reason why and how it was used and taken. It's the accountability issue. We have I have had instances where medical doctors were busted for stealing AirPods out of Walmart.
Yeah.
You think the medical doctor can buy? I mean, I'm making pretty much by sharing Apple if you want at any time.
It's true.
But
It's true.
an AirPod, Bluetooth earpiece, you get busted for it. Why? You know, what's the good? We go to programs. It's lack of innovation. That's the simplest way I can put it and be respectful. It's the lack of innovation. We have people in leadership who lacks innovation, and when other people that have innovation around them bring those innovation, they argue with them and want it done their way. So is this form of power, as power corrupts and absolute power corrupts, absolutely is at play right here. You
Mhm.
have a little bit of authority in your hand, and you say yes, I can remove it from the chat room, so I will. Yes, you can remove people from the chat room. Why it's not good to remove them? I'm going to take a step back because someone says yes, $30. But that inaugural report, every time I think about it, it pisses me off
It's
because
true.
here's my point. It's $30 for due for 6 months. But
Mhm.
if that inaugural report, even at $25, someone went for meeting again, $25 for gas. Someone went for, I mean, there are all the different things that are raising red flags. For me personally, I would raise $3,000, $5,000 out of my own pocket if it gets for me to take the community, to take the organization to a district court to a federal court.
Mhm.
But you're not going to tell me you spending my money, and when I ask questions, you tell me to shut up and get in line. It doesn't work with some of us. So usually when people like John Blamo said,
Mhm.
remove yourself. So sometimes when people distance themselves, it's not because they are weak. It's not because they can't stand the heat or stand the tension. It's because we want to keep the community quiet. Because for me, my $5, if it's unaccounted for, and I have the reason to drag this community to court, we will go to court. So the best thing, let me take a step back. Let other people see what we're talking about, what we're coming from. And I think a lot of people getting to see it. We've been asking this issue long time. 6 months? And you can't come over a financial report. Trust me, not everything will be like the scenario I gave of purchasing something from Amazon or from Walmart.
Mhm.
If you purchase something at a higher cost and somebody said, well, it could have been they sell this or cheaper at this place, and you show your receipt, people now look at the intention. Did you intend to cost the community more? No. Yeah, people can make it a political issue, but somebody will say, well, you are not in the person's shoe. You don't know what the person had, what information the person had at that time. So then in politics, technically you can play in your favor.
Yeah. Yeah.
But outside of that, now when I ask you, where's the receipt for the $50 you spent on one? I say, oh, just shut up. That $50 we see. I already bought the thing, see the thing, but I told you I spent $50. You asked me for a receipt for. Come on now. Then and I tell you, say that I come back and say, my man, I'll pay dues, so can't pay your dues. How you sell things?
That's the thing. That's a serious issue. And right now, I think the bull have responded. I don't know if you have seen the bull respond. The bull is soliciting people with accounting and auditing background And when I saw that, Sonny came to my mind. What we're looking for right now here is just basic addition and subtraction. You don't need nothing called auditing background, accounting background, all these jargons.
No,
We're
no,
gonna
no.
we're gonna take all the receipt point together to the calculator and calculate. See how much you
No,
submit.
maybe the boy seeing something. You know where there is smoke, there is fire.
But because of what the board submitted, that the board is soliciting professionals with knowledge in and qualification based in auditing and accounting. So a lot of people who have these qualifications, they believe it makes no sense. They are not stepping forward. If the board were to say we're soliciting individuals who want to serve on this committee, they were going to step up. A lot of people are going to step up. But now you narrowing it to people who only do accounting and have auditing background. Moreover, you should submit your brief profile to the secretary of the board, so they're going to vet you and ask you, you can be on that show, be critiquing the people. Yeah, it look like you coming with a preconceived notion. So move on here, we don't want you. So that's what they're going to do.
It's a setup, right?
It's a setup. It's a complete setup. It's a complete setup. Because imagine if I go down and recommend Savannah's Pili, Jojo, and SYZ. What the book gonna say? Oh, if I SYZ, what's your credential? If I present your this, the other person will need your profile. It have to be tap reading. Now you create a whole bureaucracy. What the person will feel that this make no sense, and the person walk away. At the end of the day, they say, oh, if I see, we put it up, and nobody want to serve at table like bring people there. That's all they're gonna do, and that's what I'm seeing right here happening.
I hope they see this as they see it and take heed that this is not an opportunity for them to. Oh, now we are move most of the noise away from the chat room. Now we have to go and play with the library money.
Yeah.
Because I guarantee you, I may not be in the chat room, but I will urge anybody. Maybe some people they may not, sometimes when you're not familiar with something, it becomes intimidating. But the American legal system is not that intimidating,
True.
especially if you pretty sure you're in your right. Yeah, all those there's certain things that will come about. But the thing is to just get a lawyer. That's why they have specialized personnel in the area. Get a
True.
lawyer and tell the lawyer, say, hey, this is it. Look into it. That lawyer will so and if they're gonna keep playing like this, I can guarantee you, everyone in this leadership and all those affiliated with them will have to lawyer up. Because if
Yep.
it should pray, if it gets to my head, like I said, if it's something I will go spend $3,000 or $5,000 and go to a legal to go through the legal process, or someone say like, oh yeah, let's say this thing and talk a Liberian way, you will be daydreaming. And you don't know the demons may be dealing with. Because before I attack, I already preempted the end game. So that's why I'm like, you know what? Let me just leave. I got a couple of calls yesterday on this whole
Mhm.
issue about people getting removed from the chat room, and I laugh over it. And I told them, well, even before yesterday, so I'll make it simple for them.
Mhm.
On the eve of a couple of days before, I'll post my name in the chat room because I'll put my phone name on up so at least they can pair my phone number.
Yeah, I
So
saw
they're
it on
not
the
looking
third.
for it.
I
Yeah,
saw it.
okay. So
I saw it on the third. Yeah.
yeah, so they're not looking for it. So at least I already get and I make it easy for them.
Mhm.
But it's all fun. It's all fun because you see people making rudimental mistakes that, come on guys, we've been in this country for all these years.
Yeah.
We had all these experiences. Can we not put it to use and move from point A to point B? You have not. I'll get in this. You have a July 26 program. Did you pay members who, and it is something that it's a free advice. And like I said, if it's free, just take it as free. Maybe some people say it doesn't worth anything.
Yeah.
The due pay members that are up to date will go to the hall and will pay the exact amount of enter. A non-due pay member will come up and pay the exact amount of enter. Everybody enjoy the same thing.
And
What are they same thing?
people not to cut it on yet. You know the one that making me laugh. Out of 400 and some more people you have on your register list, the total number of people in the dues right now, they are. Let me say the total number of people in the chat room remain in the chat room. They are 64. Imagine you having program that's 64 people. You're going to post all it to you to the call like
No, no, no. So that they're where they'll try to feel this guilt,
people are
sell
so
this guilt.
funny.
They will reach out to the various organization. Oh
Uh-huh.
my man, you know our own thing here. We gotta post this. You got to encourage the people, post a flyer, let the people come out.
Yeah.
The Sierra Leone people organization they're having their July 4th
Yeah.
board today. I'm not sure if they
May.
posted out. I know they reached out to LAR. So I'm not sure if they posted out. Maybe the Sierra Leone organization need to pay some of money for advertisement or something like that. And we know our relationship with the Sierra Leoneans. We are
But that's
close.
also it's also we need the people. Let me answer Mr. Chie. Mr. Chie want to say something because I saw him with that firing post there. Mr. Chie, go ahead.
Good morning. Happy 4th of July to you guys.
Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I call to chime in on a couple of issues, especially with what is unfolding.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead. You are
You
liberty.
see, as the government PR guy,
Mm-hmm.
it's not only necessary to come and talk to Gouda, but also when you notice something that isn't called for at this juncture, at least you must speak up.
You right.
Because what you saw in my writing was I got a couple of people that calling me, telling me that, oh, JC, how you're running the government? I said, like how? They say, don't you see that I pay my dues and this is this stuff and my name is not recorded on this stuff. So I said, oh, sure. But then I'll find out. But the thing I'm saying is this.
Mm-hmm.
This community, even if you owe the IRS in America here, they don't deport you.
Tell me about it.
So if you are in the community, there are certain things, even the rich people in America here or in our community here who are able and capable of doing stuff. The government give people what they call tax breaks.
Yeah.
You know why they give rich people tax break? Because at the end of the day, the 1% of the people in the country, they pay more taxes than other people and they able to find jobs for other people.
It's true.
So when you look at that, you have that interpersonal relationship with them, you get in contact with them. That's what the PRO is for. But if you remove the mass removal, it's not just about paying your dues. The mass removal, you need to encourage people to pay their taxes. In other words, because like for example, we have programs coming up subsequently.
Mm-hmm.
If people say that, okay, I'm not part of this group, so I'm not going to show up for your program. The last program we had back there, the people that were there were not only due payers.
No.
I see people that were removed from this chat room yesterday, and they spent almost $300 on food and stuff at the back. So it's not because they came to do. So I believe certain angle, certain component of the government, I mean, people not listening. People not listening. And for some of us, it's not we're not cowards, we're not people who can see the facts and say this is the fact.
Mm-hmm.
You need people. Every government need people.
It's true.
Every government need people. You need people even to convince people to take money from the pocket. Look, you can't tell me we formed an old timer May 13, 2023, and they got more members than the people in Liberian Association chat room.
Tell me about it. That's what I'm saying. Right now, I got 64 people.
We have 71 persons in the old timer chat room. Then you have 64 people in a model organization. You can in just over 2 months. It's very preposterous. And I think we need to go back to the drawing board. I'm saying we.
Yeah.
I'm part of it. We
Yeah.
need to go back to the drawing board and find that solution. Listen, the PR here is that the image as part of what we're supposed to be doing at the IRC, the public image, the way we're supposed to portray the government. One person from one angle, you need to confirm, but man, how you think we can do this thing?
It's true.
How we can do this thing? So listen, the grace period pass, 3 days pass, but you know what? Why you on the other angle? Let's still be convincing people. It just takes slowly, small. Even if they go over a year, people will gradually understand and try to maybe pay the money. Because it's all about voting. Sometimes you get me, my man, who tell you that you can't even pay 6 months.
Yeah.
You pay 6 that whole year. And true voting people say, oh, I need to pay my money.
Yeah.
And you understand me? This is a community. This is not a regular government. This is a community. Community need to get together to help each other. For people to be there for people.
But even if you look at the list that Fatima posted here, 449 people. How can 449 people you can reach them? IRS can even send you letter as well. So why they can reach out to people by personal text messages? Not everybody on the group chat.
And quite frankly, your conversation this morning, apart from certain things you might have said, like I don't think that was that much appropriate. But I think everything else you and Javon are saying is on course because the people in the community. Look, this is 4th of July. Is this the holiday we intend to give our people? Mass removal. It's not necessary at this point. We understand. We all been saying, "You pay your dues. You pay your dues. You pay your dues. You pay your dues. You pay your dues." But when you look at every other person in the community, are capable of paying that dues.
Dr. Nathaniel Samba, the man who can donate 500, you removing.
Even some people will be slacking, some people will forget, but they are capable of paying the dues.
True.
Take for example, okay, the advisors to the president.
Yeah.
They were both removed. If a fella got back on the group chat.
What about Yan Folule? Yan was removed.
Fella can pay due. Are you saying that Yan can pay due? Certain message you send out there, you affect your own base. You can't tell me that there are people, reputable business people in the place here that will say, well, they look at everybody, okay, you pay your whole year.
Marianne got her own African store. You want to tell me she can pay $60? She can pay $60.
They will just come out and say, let me pay the $200 and just forget about everything. That's how big people operate. But sometimes when you see things happen like that, it's because we need to reach out more.
It's true.
We will talk to people. Kezo, I remember Kezo paid his due.
Yes.
I saw he was removed from the chat.
He removed. I saw that. He was removed.
So are you telling me I was there in person and this person paid a due? Are you telling me there's no record for that person? Because Kezo paid that due at a meeting. We were all there at a meeting because he functioned on the IRC. So he was removed. You understand me?
Yeah, I saw it.
I'm like, you got to do the thing in consultation with people. Or we understand you post the announcement, but you got to do it in consultation with people. This is not regular government, a community. That people get that in mind.
Yeah.
You have 200 plus people voting for you. 170 some more person voting for you, 160 some more person voting for you. Now you reduce the total number
the 64
of the entire base of the community. Those 64 people. Whether we pay, whether you Logan pay or I pay, that doesn't change the fact that we are better than the people that didn't pay, or we got more than the people we didn't pay. But it was because of they convinced that we thought we could pay to be on it. Let's just be on the side that maybe let's see what will happen next. But you can't remove people mass removal like for instance for no reason. I consider it a no reason removal because the best thing a government can do for its people is to convince the people.
True.
Convince the people, convince us, the people.
But
today I might have this job, I might be working in this government. Tomorrow I might not have the job.
It's true.
So if I don't have the job, I mean you gotta disrespect me.
But even Jerry, just not to call you out. G-Firm and say, I remember when we were doing a campaign team, we had this plan where we decided to go to churches like Pastor Johnny. We removed Pastor Johnny from the church. Why can't you go and sit down with Pastor Johnny and talk to Pastor Johnny about his congregation member paying the dues to him, and he submitted dues to LDR? What will happen?
Oh, but have you forgotten that we use a congregation to host elections?
We use a church, yes.
Are you considerate of all those things? There are certain things you got to come. I know financial person that you're responsible to affect financial thing, but you're not a generating arm or the government. The people who generate money for the government is the ways and means.
It's true.
If you do this thing and people don't attend functions, you know what you're doing to the coffers? You're reducing the coffers.
Wrong timing. You got Judah to say ball coming or wrong timing. Since the football going to attend that program,
people will still come up. People will still turn up. People will still do things. But like somebody said, the optics.
It's wrong
to achieve.
It's wrong.
The community has been struggling lately to come along. I gradually see that we're coming together small, through different means. I gradually see that people from all walks on both sides, everybody trying to gel in and try to do. I think through those means we can focus. You know how much we pay for the old timer? We can pay
$20 a month.
We can pay $20 a month.
Yeah, and people paying.
Calculate that by 12 months. You know how much we'll be paying? You think people from the old timer, they are also the same people that are in the child room?
Yeah.
For Christ's sake, there's no way somebody telling me that they will call Ellen Johnson let off because she didn't pay her lead bill.
Yeah.
No.
Even community announcement, Marco Mo platform, she have 133 people.
Even Donald Trump still goes to a golf club with escort and everything, all the state resources stay behind him. with all that's going on. So you can get, this is a former president. You understand me?
Yep.
There are certain, I'm not saying people are above the law, but there are certain things you got to sit down
Yeah.
and think about it. First of all, I can do it. Yeah, we agree. You get a right to do it. But the repercussions is why you need to measure.
It's true.
Is it directly proportionate, or is it thing that I'm trying to do, even though it's right, when I do it, how my community will look at me?
Yeah.
This is what we should be doing.
Yeah.
You think the guidelines in the constitution say, yeah, you should help, you should pay your dues and so thing. In order to be a part of the community, not to be a part of the chat room.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You understand me? The chat room is a body that people crafted and say, okay, you pay, you remain, and you enter, you be able to advertise, be able to do so. So tell me, all the other people that are down there, not only advertisement they do down there in the community, some people some people are employers in our group chat. Some people employ people in the community in our group chat.
Yeah. And I even see people questioning the general secretary for posting the area meeting flyer in our old timer chat room. If you remove everybody from area, then why you spreading it around?
And well, on our side, we're not political.
Yeah.
But again, when you go to the old timer group chat, we have to ask Maurice Gua to find out whether the general secretary
is current
on his current due.
There you go.
May to June to up to July, whether he pay his sister that for the 3 months.
There you go.
Before he posted political flyer there. So when people go radical, that's how people do. But sometimes when people do it, they say, "Oh, chill, let us go after people." No, but our football chat room is for football and something. So if you carry the flyer down there,
we gotta check your dues record. If you're not clear with your dues,
so did you pay your due record for you to circulate the flyer there?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Chia. We gotta get ready for our football game. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Jibo, there you have it. There you have it. You see what's happening now, right?
Yeah, and I'm glad you keep mentioning our word in optics.
Optics.
Leadership and optics. It's not about I have the authority, I have the power to do it, so I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
It's like I'm able to say it, so I'm going to say it. That's my right. I have the law on my side. Look, human relationship, human politics is a different ballgame.
Yeah.
Like the Chia said, the issue now, you go and start posting other people chat room, they'll say, my man, they're posting over here, they contributing to our group. Are they due paying members? Why should we share the information out on a group? Then you start having but there's a strategy behind this, because I like to approach things from a strategic point.
Mm-hmm.
There's a strategy that LDI is playing also, and this might be in favor of them. They remove a lot of people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even people that pay. So now, when they start correcting the errors, if you look at it from an optical standpoint, it'll be like, oh, they remove people pay now, people coming back, right? But no, most of the people are gonna start adding that people that already pay. Yeah. So if you were from the point of LAI now, and someone who is not looking at it from a strategic standpoint and say, oh, people paying to get back, so let me pay my due to get back to. So it's a good strategy, Yeah. The only thing is there's a comeback, because I'm a chess player. Mm-hmm. Every move you're making, you're anticipating that you made this move. This is what your opponent is going to do. That's why you're calculating 5 moves ahead. But equally so, your opponent have a say, because if the opponent doesn't move exactly where you're anticipating the move, then they throw a curve in they throw a curve for you. Then now you have to recalculate.
Yeah.
So when they do that, like you're saying, yeah, I think Yampe hit you. Right, it's up to date with his due. So you remove him,
they remove,
and then you pull it back. So if you pull Yam back, you pull fella by putting all the people back. Somebody from the point of view say, "Oh, people paying a due, so let me just go pay my own due." Right? So because people get swayed. What's the name? Conspicuous consumption in economics.
Yeah.
You go to the store, the place, see everybody picking on the bar. Even if that's why you want to go bar, you tempted to put your head inside this because you think say also.
Because Yan paid $60 and I saw Yan were removed.
Okay, so that's it. It's that conspicuous consumption strategy that they're using. So now, if you go to the store and you see people in line, and they say, "Oh, sale for sale." You didn't go buy a vacuum, but they say for sale, and there's a huge crowd there. As a psychologically is tempted to go ahead and buy one of it, even if you say maybe I'll need it in the future, but I can
Yeah,
buy it and give it to someone as a gift. That's it's a strategy by itself. Businesses do that.
yeah, yeah.
So it's a strategy that they can employ now. There's a fallout from that strategy that they may not be anticipating also. You start putting these people back, and then other people now start holding on to that. Oh, we won't see whether you will actually pay.
Yeah.
This thing, my biggest take on it is, as a community, we cannot strong arm people for money, especially when they're by association, freedom of association. The
You're right.
$30 is not the thing. The $60 is not the thing. What benefit other Liberian organizations are getting? I know it's something that we talked about before. Ins-
And they remove my man
Instead of
DDO La Vito Moba too.
that the nurse maker, then you tell the nurse maker for the
And they
channel.
remove Derry and all. DDO, you just laugh. The poor go remove a man, the man just laugh.
You got to, so you put those needs in back. You put most of the needs in back. They encourages other people to be like, hey, let's go and pay out. It's a strategy. Trust me, it is a strategy. If they play it well, it could benefit them.
Anyway, we have another group chat called Rescue Area. So y'all can just come with you guys there called Rescue Area. That other chat are free. You don't gotta pay dues. It's called Rescue Area.
That creation.
We got another chat called Rescue Area. So just say your number, say your name. You'll be added free. All the information for the community, you're gonna get it there.
Hella brave food. I know it's not what I say it's all food like brave food. We got laugh at it. In all seriousness, at the same time, we got lighting the day. It's funny. On the serious side of it now, it's going to come down to accountability.
There you go.
Anywhere people put their money, they will ask questions, and you have to people, and that's where you have to be willing to swallow a lot. People will say things to you. Sometimes there'll be people that even surprise you. You say, "But you are there with someone there with the money. How can you asking me?" Right? But because they just want you to explain that the common man can be able to understand.
Hmm.
That's what people ask me for. I have serious questions. I personally want to know who in this community that will be taking money out of our community account to get the money for to get them gas money to go attend meeting for the community. I want to know, is it right or wrong? There is no clear definition in the constitution of area that says it's right or wrong.
There you go.
But I just want to know. So if you're gonna keep that information from me, they say, "Oh man, just shut up and can't lie." Oh, good luck with that. Because it leads to other things. It shows now that if you're not even transparent with something that little, there's something greater that's going to come.
It's true.
You talking about $50,000 plus yet? The question where someone said a nigger committee from the
You going silent again, G-Phone. I think your phone loading.
hello.
Yeah, I can hear you now. You going again.
Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you.
So the question where someone said the issue that was raised that from the inaugural program they raised more than 33,000
Yeah.
and we reported 23,000 plus. Now that question that could come into someone could play politics on it now. What are the merits behind it, the facts that whosoever may have, I don't know. But they can come on now and start making the issue even broader.
Mm-hmm.
What we're going to do about it? So is it
Yeah.
true now? Oh, it's true. I told you that not true. That why they remove somebody can use it. Why they remove me because I thought it was 33,000 as compared to 23,000.
Yeah. You're right. Mr. Pele, how are you?
Yes, sir, I'm doing good.
That's the captain of the
Yeah,
Invisible 11 today, the
coach,
IE.
coach.
The coach, let me say the captain said the coach. The coach.
You got the right
So,
one.
coach,
Yeah.
we are talking about the decision of the Liberian Association of Indiana having 490 some more people and they remove almost everybody. Currently, the total number of people in area chat they are 64. What do you make of that?
That was a brilliant decision on the part of leadership. It tells you how the leadership is out of tune with the present day reality. You cannot compel people to do anything for you if they don't feel obliged. You remove them from the chat room because of meeting due. Now you have created an avenue that anybody can take over dissemination of information for this community and the person be looked up to in that of LAR. So that was a bad approach. It was very bad. It was very naive on your part. You cannot compare the people to pay meeting due, like I say again, if you're not offering any services, but you want to be dictating to them. You want to be lying to them. You want to be stealing the organization money and doing nothing. Now they are becoming more unpopular. So if you get 400 plus 168 remain, that means the point I'm not going to pay due. And I said nobody will pay due. So that's my take on it.
So now, the issue with the inaugural ball, the inaugural report, we've been discussing that inaugural report issues, and up to today, I think the board have been stepping up. They have been communicating and saying that they need people to step up, but they categorically choose the kind of people they want to step up to be part of this or investigation here. The board saying they want people who have knowledge in basic audit and accounting principles, and the people should submit their profile, the brief profile, to the secretary of the board at the H. Mumu family. Do you think this is another charade to just pick and choose the kind of people they want? Because from all indication, when it comes to the inaugural board thing, I think it's just supposed to be addition and subtraction matter, not anything about accounting business.
Yeah, it's not really show business, but what I think they are doing is they're trying to put fear in those who trying to voluntarily serve, trying to question their ability, question their knowledge as it relates to holding the inaugural committee or this leadership to its feet to provide the people adequate information on how the money was used, why was the money used in this way, shape, and form, and why there are other people who why daring people name listed after they make donation. How do you account for all these things? Now, what I think Momo family put are the same basic qualification of accounting knowledge. Do Momo family has accounting knowledge? No. Momo family, first of all, he studied economics at a bachelor and master's level and studied education at a PhD level. But where does he work? What is his function now? He work as a counselor at DCS. So is he telling us now that he got that job because he's qualified to counsel people? So now forget about all these hauling and pulling. Their desire is nobody should apply, so that they can say they gave the word to the community. Nobody took them seriously. So we will find people in the community that understand accounting. I was 18 years old, I started serving in public administration for Liberian government. From now of Taylortown to Ellington and up to the time I came to America. You know what I'm saying?
So another question here. So what are they actually looking for? Are they going to be looking for accounting degree, or are they going to be looking for what? Or are they going to give you a little short test and tell you, say, pass the question? So, okay.
No, but the first thing you're supposed to understand, Philip, is that first thing you're supposed to understand here is that what is the board actually looking for in her audit report? What has the board established? So what are they looking for? What are some of your files that they are looking for? Because if you say you're looking for an accountant, we have very few. So you want us to go to Bulu, who did the inaugural report for inaugural committee to come and audit the same report that he crafted? No.
Yeah, Bulu has been removed from the chat.
Yeah, because he didn't pay meeting due too.
Yeah.
so the thing is that
so how can we get Bulu now when Bulu has been removed?
First and foremost, they must establish what they are looking for in terms of this report that people saw to be faulty. Now, the first thing they did was that I always say the board is corrupt. And I will remain on that note that the board is corrupt. Because when you having the chairman of the Constitution Committee, and the co-chair, one serving as board chair currently, and one serving as secretary of the board. You know what I'm saying? They wrote that Constitution. They understood what they wrote. They can interpret it better. You want to tell us that the assembly will put in a motion and seconded for an independent team to probe the other committee, and you jump say, oh, it's the board today to audit. Probing a committee that brought a report is not actually auditing. So that is a misapplication of their function right there. So when he even more formally took the honor to come in the chat room and say, oh, Paco have reached out to the board and the board will do this. And what did he see after he made that statement? When Ernest Samuel started going back and forth with him about why they delayed this is that, he insulted Ernest Samuel using the word generality or whatsoever is that. And he deleted it. So it tells you that he had already taken side with the reports. So anybody who dares send your CV to him, how can he question your ability to serve on the auditing of the inaugural committee? It's completely it's a complete foul. Trust me, it is wrong. It is wrong. So I'm telling you now, just how Robert Carey got on at our chat room today and removed at least 328 persons. You say, well, 400, now let's say so at least 328 persons were removed. Whereas if you could have had services and those 328 persons pay at least $30, you multiply it, look at almost $9,000.
Yeah. And I saw pastors, even pastors were removed. People that you could go to and talk to, and they talk to their congregations to pay their dues. Like what Pastor Fala used to do in his church. I remember when I was in Carrot Tabernacle of Praise, he would advise the congregations to pay their dues.
But you could even remind them as courtesy, and you keep them on, but you remove other people. Then they will talk to the members who you remove to pay the due to come back.
Yeah,
But you remove everybody.
The former secretary saying here, the former financial secretary here, Sis Isabella, she's saying here, wrong move by the administration, during the Tatis administration. What we did was to publish the names of those who paid their dues and others were motivated to pay their dues as well.
Yeah,
Ibram,
but
you want to come in?
Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah. I mean, what's the end goal? What are they anticipating? Especially with the communication from the board. That's why I'm asking the question. Is there something that they sense for which they need people that specialize in the field of auditing to come up there to work on this report? Like Billy said, you don't have to be a financial guy to deal with something like this unless you're anticipating something, then you calling for the sergeant. Why are you calling for the sergeant when they complain about pain in the arm that a physician can look at, a nurse can look at, right? But now you say no, I want you to go and talk to the heart surgeon. That raises something. That means you did the triage sensing something more previous. That's why I'm asking, what are they sensing? Is are they wanting us to smoke? But
they try to tell us say that we only see smoke, but there's no fire.
Yeah.
We crazy. So that there's no smoke, we see no fire. So they want the ordinary labor who had put the water on and go waste the water. They want the fire brigade to come. The whole fire brigade himself will come and can put a little smoke off.
Yes, and then there's another strategy where if you get a professional to write a basic report, they pour all the jargons and everything, and they confuse everybody else, and like, yeah, this man said that true. True.
But look, the basic thing we're supposed to look out first on the whole report in terms of audit is to ask the administration to give us a detailed bank statement of every month since they took over. Then we know how the money was leaving the account to be expended. Before we go to another committee report. You know what I'm saying? That's what should be established. If we go looking for where there was wrongdoing, then you can recommend to the leadership, say, oh no, this is not how it should be. But if the leadership wants to be adamant, there are rules on the book that you can either impeach them or you can remove them by simple majority. So all these things must be looked at carefully. But now, if he, let's say that you must be like me, I work with 9 nations, I work with the African government, and in the states here, I just went to school, started my own business, and my business is still going forward. So do you think that I can audit that nonsense report? I can't. So I know what I'm looking for.
So that's my question. So if you go now, if you are nominated, say, well, we want Pity on our board, one person on the board. So would they ask for your credential and you submit your brief profile? Would they ask you to go and bring all your paperwork?
They will say, look, first and foremost, Pele is an anti-person to them, to the entire leadership and the board going forward. So even I submit my name there now, more family will say no. You already said no. I'm telling you it today. You already said no. Because if I'm sitting on that committee, it won't take me more than 3 hours to point out all the flaws.
But anyway, we're going to give them the benefit of the doubt. Send it 3 names. We will submit that 3 names before Monday, and we'll have you included. I will have SYZ included, and I will have Jojo included. We'll submit the 3 names, and we'll make those names published as well to the community. So let's see where they go from there. Because nobody going to tell anybody, say, if you submit your brief profile, then you should go and bring the original paperwork to show that you got accounting in, you got degree in accounting or management or whatever. That would make no sense. Trust me, that would make no sense. Because the thing, trust me, you even need nobody that even learn accounting. All you just need a basic high school person who graduated from high school. One person take the calculator, other person take all the receipts. We'll calculate how much we receive. Yeah.
Philip,
yeah.
Let us talk. You don't need basic accounting degree. You don't need accounting degree carrier to say, oh, person can audit that thing. Because look, for you, when you are in AMEU, you did some accounting courses.
With their accounting up to 300 level.
So that means you did cost. I'm not your teacher now. I know that you did system and control.
And control,
I know you did cost accounting.
With their cost accounting.
To financial management. I know you can do trial balance sheet. I know you can do balance sheet. I know you can post to a ledger. I know you know what a receivable and what a payable is. And you know the T form of accounting. I know you know all these things from the basic education.
That's why I don't understand here.
Why are you looking for degree carrier?
That's the thing I don't understand. So I don't know what the secretary of the board is actually looking for. That people should submit their brief profile.
Trying to discourage people. So trying to discourage people not to show up, and they say nobody show up. That's a tactic.
So what we're going to do, we will submit those names. That would be the best thing to do. Give them the benefit of the doubt. Submit the names because I know at the end of the day they will say, "Oh, we posted this and nobody submitted any names and been all here for some time." Blah 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 blah. So we will submit the names, and we look forward to then denying people from getting involved with this investigation. Because I think the secretary of the board he posted that again this morning, and he keep posting that. So what we'll do, we'll submit our names. Let's see. Let's go from there. Yeah, let's go from there. Because the secretary keep posting this as a reminder, and a lot of people think that, oh, you ain't got anything to say because they put and post it in here and you can say nothing. So we will do that.
Yep. That's the major reason to do it. So you talking about where Monday? That's what made it this evening after the game.
Yeah. We will submit those names.
So we get their response in time. So if the player is not serving, Jivo can serve. The Jivo is not serving, we find ways to replace. Because look, at the end of the day, be a whosoever that go audit these people. When those individuals have the support of us, and they even if they don't have the technical know-how, what to look for, how to look for it, but if they can reach out to seek the assistance, they will do a marvelous job. Mm-hmm. They'll do a good job, and they will expose all these hidden agendas from the leadership to that of the board. I think the truth.
Yeah. So
I,
so we can.
I appreciate the fact that people make sure my need to serve. They don't want my headache at all.
Jeremiah, you see what Jeremiah saying here? You need to have 5 PhD,
Oh my God,
five
Fabas.
master, and 5 bachelor.
No time. I tell you the
Jeremiah,
truth.
your ass.
No,
So
but the thing that
to
thing
serve
that
on the committee here to order the pool, you gotta get all the requirements. So we're
You gonna
gonna submit that. We're gonna submit that. Yeah, trust me, we'll submit the names today. Then the secretary of the board will tell us what they actually looking for. If they will need to go and Google the school you graduated from and see which degree you earned from the school, then that's fine. But we will submit our names and let's go from there. Because at this point, the inaugural committee report, we had to put it to rest. We got Judah 26 coming up. We got a whole lot of things coming up. In the midst of the Judah 26, the inaugural report here, a lot of people choose not to even contribute anymore. That's why you see they have the mass removal because of the
brother,
Judah 26 hollow balloon. If they don't
brother,
exhaust the issue, yet people will not donate to the institution.
you you
Go
you
ahead, Pele.
you're looking at you running the July 26. July 26, that fiasco. It will be empty. Look at your gone packed day you had. How was it attended? Then compared to the old timer sort of with Louisville, Kentucky, and compare the crowd. Now compare the people that are coming out today to watch our IE and Barrow game, and compare to their packed day. So I tell you that people are not trying to identify with LAR because of the present things that is ongoing. Until that can be addressed fully, this leadership will suffer losses because nobody want to identify with them. Nobody want to give any donation. Now, let's go back. Now, the family who is seeking all these things, I keep pointing you guys to his direction. He's working as a counselor and he's an economist. He wants to say that, say, okay, since there's a community thing and I'm the community giant who can always do things for the community, why didn't he structure the community budget? He's an economist at a specialized level, master's degree barrier. Why can't he set over the LAR budget and straighten? Because that is area of expertise. You get what I'm saying? But he have forgotten everything he learned over the years. Because he's not working in his field. But now he's asking people to come and audit. How will he be asking for expertise when you're not even an expert? So you throw all other things out. It's not necessary. There's a small community money. Look, River 30 time to tell you that this community has mobilized itself all along. Our income was 16,000, 14,000, 10,000. It never reached 20,000 until Arden was turning over to Rufus. From Rufus, it jumped straight to 51,000. So I tell you that the people in the community wants to be mobilized. They want to contribute. But in the aspect, at the point where you outrightly disrespect them by using the money without conscience, they will then distance themselves from you. Look, I'm always saying that if you are of service, the people feel obliged to pay their dues. Look, Philip, let's say today you have a little financial situation. Can LAR point you to who will help you pay your rent? That alone, if LAR can do that, say, oh, go to Indie Rent or go to Greater Help of Indianapolis. They will help you pay portion of your rent or your mortgage. Any extra money you getting, you make sure to pay your meeting due because you know LAR is of great help to you. Look at the elderly. Some of them, they don't have their children here. Some of them, they rely on other people. And I need to step into all these things and check on the old people, check on whether they're getting their medication, check on you have nurses here. You're unable to group them to work for the common good of the Liberian. But yet you're taking people's name out of the chat room. The chat room, why you're supposed to keep tab of the people to make sure, oh, there are 400 persons here. Let's check up, let's call over them. Let's see how they're doing. Nobody doing that. But as soon as somebody dies, they bring a black box.
Yeah, I seen here from my brother Lavito Mobile. He said they removed the the most powerful, hardworking youth chair as well. So that yeah, and he said fire in the hole.
So I mean, so as soon as
And I,
somebody die, let's say Jimon gets sick or Pele get sick, nobody cares. But when Pele die, they bring a big black box to pay the dough. They say the welfare committee come and raise money. Oh, you
Let, let, let-
who cooking this?
let me add, let me add to what Peter is saying right there, because that's an opportunity that as a community, LAI is missing.
mm-hmm,
And that's where it comes down to not just you have to be a due pay member, the dissemination of information. Every Liberian LAI, it should be the goal of LAI. Not every Liberian Indiana, it should be the goal of LAI to be able to disseminate information out to the people and also know where the greater need is. Because there are other people that just go in there just to collect information. Like he's saying, we have other professional nurses or this and that. I have had other people in this community, Liberians, that when it comes to taxes or seeing the financial loan, they were taking advantage of. And then as soon, when the information got to me, when I talked to them one or two times, like, no, oh man, don't do that. If you don't do that, this is what it will cost you. You can do it this way, it's much cheaper. Even our Liberian community here, we got a group or that can give you the loan money and you pay this less amount. And then like, really, I didn't know that. But that information is not getting out there in the chat room. Most of the time we get in the chat room, the greatest information we get in there is people going back and forth. People going back and forth. And then, you include people that within the leadership is that everybody have to express what is right. Most times you just gotta you in leadership you should do most of the listening instead of always trying to justify, clarifying, always commenting and stuff like that.
and
What's the information for babysitting?
I just getting this breaking news here. When you're on the show, that other breaking news can be coming. I got a breaking news that all of those in administration who were removed from the group chat has been suspended for indefinite suspension as well for not paying their dues.
That's a good leadership.
All those serving committee chairperson, co-chairperson, they have been suspended indefinitely for not paying their dues. So they have a group chat now called Rescue Area. We are all of you people on there.
Okay, that'll be nice.
But and here's another thing you're looking at though.
Uh-huh.
You suspending these people. When you're having an event, okay. Let me play devil advocate here. You're having an event, you're having an occasion. These people they pay the transport themselves. They don't get money for gas. But then you pick someone that have a meeting and you give them money for gas. So where is this whole balance? Where is the fairness going to come about? Where you going to be, you have to balance yourself as a leadership. That's the question I keep asking. Why is it that we will ask these very people to volunteer their time and their services? They don't get rewarded for it. They don't get compensated for it. But then we pick few people that get compensated for it. We want to know those specialized individuals that you are putting above the fray. Why are they better than other people? Now these people when they're having a meeting, they take time. That's sometimes they take 2 hours, 3 hours, more than that, to have meetings, Zoom call, and this and that. Those are times those people are on the clock that will making income for themselves. They're volunteering their time. Now you say you're suspending them indefinitely for not paying $30 because of the optics on you. I'm not talking about as a whole community organization, but just in your close circle, the optics doesn't look good. These people sacrifice money. There are times they go to occasion and something is lacking and they spend money out of their pocket. They don't get reimbursed for it. They suspending them. I don't know.
What kind of conversation are you having with them in the first place? If they can have executive meetings, in-person meetings, all those things will be clearly explained right in those meetings. So what's happening?
You have an inaugural program where you compel them to buy VIP tickets.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much going extra, above and beyond because of you. And these are the same people now that you say you're gonna make this kind of move against.
So all the people who in positions that have been suspended and they have from now to the 14th of this month to pay or else, if they don't pay from now to the 14th, will they be renewed? Will you remove them from their positions? They were the real,
Maybe they have a backup plan.
but
Maybe they have a backup plan.
me, even they have backup plan or not, I go back to my brother Jeremiah Chie comment from the beginning. You need the people. You need
Yeah.
the people, the voice of the people. Because of the people you were elected, because of the people you are serving. You call yourself servant because of the people. So how can you exclude the people? Then who are you serving?
Yeah, but it's just true that the root of all of it was not to serve the people.
Yeah,
It
because you're
was
here to
not to
serve the
serve the people.
people. If you
No,
find
it was not to serve the people.
majority is not in compliance, why can you have meeting coming up? You have other means to disseminate the information. Why the president not speaking to the people first? So the president to power, how many times he has spoken to the people to
But what
convince the people why they should pay their dues?
what it tells you is that the leadership lacks strategy.
Yep.
The leadership came to existence with fictitious promises and plans that they failed to implement or failed to convert into working strategy. So if you say that you will get a hall before your tenure end, but then you throw in 300 persons out of the chat room, that will at least give you $30 for 6 months towards an initiative. But because you don't have nothing to offer, so you just believe that if you come with a hard face on the people's face, oh, then they say, oh yeah, a good man, a man strong. No, it make it look like a puppet. You need everybody equal participation. That's why you don't go in your executive meeting and decide for the assembly. You go into executive meeting to outline your plans, how you intend to carry out. You come back to the assembly and you sell your plan in with a given meeting agenda. So now if the assembly accept, that means yes, you have scored a point with the assembly and you can go ahead with your plans. Now, but if you will come with a short budget, then you call in friends and family to come and vote that the budget pass. That means the budget is inadequate. We witnessed that. That means you are not in tune with the plight of the community. You cannot move this community from where you took it to one step forward. I'm telling you. Because it's not everything is money when it comes to community organization or mobilization. It's not everything about money.
But even the person who removing people, they kind of common mistakes
about
they
people
making.
it's about people being around to make things happy with you.
Because how can you remove G Raji from the chat room when G Raji pays $60? The same men are in the chat room telling people, say, pay your dues, you will not die. And you remove the man. Then you call that common error. Yan Volula pays $60. You remove Yan Volula. So what is there about this removing thing that people say, oh, today is my time to pay my debt? What's going on here? Because this decision, this decision here that something is supposed to even say, well, this is a mass removal, and we think this is going to come down negatively on us. So why can we call a meeting with the churches, meet with all of these churches on the various Sundays, and talk to people in their congregation? Say you cannot get to all of them on the group chat to pay their dues.
It's the lack of innovation. It's the lack of innovation in every leadership. In the position you're in, you need to have innovation for that spot to be able to move from point A to point B. They lack innovation, and that's my own point right there. And I can challenge any of them to it. Or maybe the people that are making the final calls, they are lacking that innovation. There are bread mans in the community. There are bread mans in the administration right now.
Yeah.
And some of these bread mans, they're giving out their opinion, they're giving out their point of view, they're giving out their reasoning. But when you supposed to make the final call, when you lack innovation, this is why it comes down to, because then there is no strategy. You can have the innovation for innovation is that bigger picture. They have the strategy on how to achieve, how to put that big picture out there. But you don't have a big picture, so there is no strategy. Now, what they're confusing is tactics. That's why you post a scare tactics. You know, yes, it's scare strategy, scare tactics. So they are relying on tactics and think that they are strategizing. No, tactics is within strategy. It's a subsection of strategy, and that's the session they are relying on. You know, and and I like to watch a strategy because that's where you move from one point to the next. If we're at this point where people are not paying the dues, how do we move from this point
To
to
that
where
point.
people are paying the dues? It's the strategy. Within the strategy now you have fear tactics. And the only living one tactics right now is that fear tactics. That heavy handed. You let come down and just remove as much people. Then we'll start putting some people out will be afraid like because they want to people are follower. People are more of a followers type. But then, unfortunately for them, there are people in the community that are more leaders also, and they don't just follow. They don't just fall in line because, oh, everybody in line, let me just go stay in the line. I don't care what happened, they would. They be in the line, at least I'll need part of the list. No. So now we start asking these questions. And this issue of inaugural report that should have been laid to rest. They just put a budget out. We are not even questioned that yet. We just give a glimpse on it. Because there's a lot of things in there that still overlap. There are a lot of things in there that the same leadership said they have already covered. So why is it coming back in the budget for future expense again? They don't want us to reach that far. So like, trying to use this fear tactics, heavy-handed tactics for people own personal money they're not obligated to give you.
Wow.
And the Liberians in Indiana are supposed to be getting information. Like Peter said, we got no information. If someone need help with rent, where there's free counseling services, where there is free service for uh what the community you live in. How can you want to know something? Your driver lesson kind of be expired. Your passport. This I should just talk about the bigger thing because as of now, we should be asking why this whole thing about Liberia and people registering to vote when the Constitution gave us that right. Why our leadership didn't say anything about have they reached out to ULA to find out why we're not afforded this opportunity as Liberians living in the diaspora to be able to register to vote? The government is passing the government, but that's way up there. Because if these people something about they refuse to answer question was saying like 25 and $10 here and $20 here. Yeah, I'm talking about something that great. It'll be way beyond the fray. We can use the big words. We can all get dressed and we can walk with our elbows all flaring in the public. It doesn't mean we can achieve nothing. Anyone can do that. Even my 3-year-old can also do that too. He can walk with him like this and anything that he's
You may call
the
it
real
client. You may say you client, that means open arms.
Yeah.
yeah, and I don't know how should I categorize this. What we're seeing here is this trend of the remnants of this progressive mindset that have engulfed our country. When I talk about in that progressive mindset, people now say, "Oh, they blame the progressives," but we are still living
People don't know.
with the negative side of the action. So we have people this group. That's why all they know. So that's why they're leading us in this direction. It is upon us that is in the made group now to set the pace, to set a different tune. But it's not just for LAI today, for any other Liberian organization. It's for our country, for us as Liberians, to start setting this tune. That's our Liberians who cannot allow this to keep going on. We have to be able to accountability and transparency is something that we have to be striving for. We always have to be striving toward. Will people fall along the way? Yes. People close to us will err? Yes. We ourselves will make mistake in it, but once is the intention is of a good cause, then you try to convince the people, my people, you overlook my error. It wasn't out of ill intent. It was because maybe I lacked the right information at that time. But if you think you can do a better job, then or you know someone else who can do a better job, then let's compete. And that's where we start to grow as a community, as a nation.
You're right.
We,
So
we have to keep moving forward. This thing about just shut up and stay in line or when you ask questions being disrespectful. No. And we shouldn't allow that to be the norm. And we should also not be afraid to start encouraging those who are that are watching us. Have them to ask questions, to ask us questions. When we're doing something, because yeah, it's easy to stay from other time pointing out the leadership right now. Now, but ask our question, our pause on ourselves. When our own children now start to ask a question, why? You know, when children start learning how to talk,
Yeah, they
that
ask
people
you
work
everything. Why?
for no, the next word is why.
Yep. Yep.
You know, no and why.
Yep.
So that means it's something. It shows you that it's something within the human psyche to know the reason. Man, yeah, I'm not going to sit there and try to explain what 2 or 3 year old why telling you to do certain things, why certain things have to be done, because the mind cannot conceive it. But then we start encouraging that the older they get, they need to see asking these questions why. So when they're asking us, now we have to reflect upon ourselves to be able to convince them why or explain to them, give them the reasoning why we're moving from point A to point B. Why? And then tomorrow, when these children reaches to our stage, or even before they reach our stage, they will start asking the people above them why. And then that's why we start moving a whole mindset of generation. Because I know why. I'm not just going to do the customer ask me why, and I have to give reason. I have to be transparent.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why we start moving the needle in the right way. That as a country now we grow, we start to prosper. But with a lack of transparency and accountability, we just be going in circle. And that's why I think most of the older generation like. It's just one of the people right there. They don't want to answer the why questions. They say, "Oh, you
Yeah.
don't understand." Well, that label. I was somewhere where somebody were questioning certain things I did physically, and the point was, I knew they were testing me. But from the way they asked the question and the way they moved their hand, I know they're trying to ask, find out from what I've been part of the poor society, or because what I did was disrespectful culturally. I think you don't understand. I understand. I call them out. I said, I know where you're coming from, but you don't know. You don't know the background. You
Mm-hmm.
think I disrespected so and so person by doing so and so gesture when you don't know this person and myself. We are blood relatives, which gave me that leeway to do that with that person. Then they decided to back me. They said, no, 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 come. Because this consider you, because you part of something, so everybody else like you figure is not part of it, you're better than they are. It's affecting us.
It's
That's what
true.
brings us down to this issue we're talking about today. This inaugural report. It was something that if you look at it, and I've been trying to avoid to call it, for majority of the players in it are part of the men's group.
Mm-hmm.
So if you start to question and you start to go into it, they will see that, or they have to protect each other. And that's why I want to ask the question: who is Parker protecting? And then why? What's his rationale for protecting them? Something's not adding up to me.
You see,
Yep.
you see,
And it's a why question we all should be asking.
you see, Javon, you spoke about
Billy,
progressive.
yeah, me talk too now. Let me chip in.
But put your camera on.
Like, when I always see you trying to chip in,
But Billy, I got I with my dollar. That's why I want to put the camera on. I beg you.
All right. Go ahead.
next time
Yeah,
you
I
must
with
put
my
your hand
dollar.
up in the class.
I with my dollar ain't great.
All
That's
right,
what.
before you come in, those of you following us, please get ready today by 2 o'clock p.m. We'll be at the 62nd Park. It's going to be Coach Pele versus Coach Rachi. It's an IE and Barrow game today on July 4th, 62nd Park. Come on, 2:30 p.m. So you can be there by 2 o'clock, but 2:30. The address is 5253 West 62nd Street, Indianapolis, Indiana 46260. So please come up. Go ahead, Morris.
Yeah, thank you very much, my dear brother. Thank you for the promotion as well. Yeah, I just want to chip in
Mm-hmm.
on the removal and also the inaugural ball. I just want to chip in quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Uh, yeah, the removal, we've been discussing the thing. Hey, Fatima been posting the notice on the group chat, and we have a meeting on it.
Okay.
We have a meeting which is the administrative meeting. We have video call everybody on the video,
Why I get
and we
me
make
person who they have been having Zoom meeting when you live right in the same community?
and
And they
I
got
know
against
that.
sending people
No,
money for gas money.
the time
Oh,
maybe the time, but like everybody can be available based on the time, whatever. But I
uh,
don't know.
go ahead.
So yeah, so we gave each and everyone gave our input, and I personally said,
Mm-hmm.
I told the president, when you decide to remove people from the charity right now, it will not be good for your administration. I told him, and I know someone is listening who on the video call. I told him, I say, first thing, this is America. When people pay tax, they have benefit from the tax they pay. Either you have tax return or you see the role. We enjoy our tax money we paying in this country. Similar to the organization, when people pay due, there'll be some benefit the community will see. Then we all try to defend the administration for people to pay that due. Then I came out and said, okay, there's my suggestion. Now everybody bring one idea out that will benefit the community. For example, maybe
Mm-hmm.
I'll say, for me, I made my recommendation. I say, let we look in the community. We see single mother. We have a lot of single mothers in this community that are suffering. You will not know until you go around and run. You can, something is okay, we'll pay the single mother their bill, or some kind of bill you pay for them on that at that month that you go on record.
Mm-hmm.
Or go on record that okay, this is what we did for so single mother. Because single mother are suffering in this community, you don't know. I put that idea for. I said, we all gotta bring idea, we'll give it to the community. This is what we'll be doing before we can remove people from the group chat. And people not pay that deal. I said, but you cannot move people from the group chat, people are not benefiting.
It's
I
true.
told them, I said, you cannot do that. I said, we can do that thing from now to the end of the year. I told the president, I said, I'll do that. I'll try to put that thing in place for now, the end of the year. Then next year, you can try to remove people from the group chat.
Yeah.
I said it, point blank. I'm all of that. I said it. Maybe I don't buy and blow. If I
No,
can't
you're
even
right.
say things, I will say things behind you, I'll say things in front. That's how I'm looking.
You're
So when
right.
they started removing people yesterday, and I wrote on the group chat last night, I think the morning. I said, I told them, I said, the people that voted, the people that pushed the administration into power, they are not current at due. They insulted us, they create a lot of lies, and they not current on our they are not current on our due. That was my disappointment for this administration. Those who push the administration to be in power today, they should be on a current. But members, people are in the community that members, that we are trying to bring them outside, to come outside to be part of the community. You don't need to move that people right now because those people are not seeing the momentum in the community. They are still fighting to be part of the community. Yeah, then you
Mm-hmm.
removing them, it means you are driving them more and more.
Tell me
So
about it.
that yeah, so that's why I say me come out to came out my chipping and to the Naga board.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean just made my input and leave.
Yeah.
So
Go ahead.
the
Go
Naga
ahead.
board, I, I I don't want for to blame Mr. Parker 100% right now because Mr. Parker already gave the power to the board, and the board already gave that notice out that we should submit name to audit. But one thing we all gotta do now, we gotta submit name and for now move on there. So because we feel pushing the people for audit.
Mm-hmm.
Some people they say they want to audit and we want to give news that people will come out to audit the National Board Committee. Let us do that. Or we see the result. What the audit people will bring out, audit committee, the result they finally will bring out. Then we'll see the punishment Parker will take. What Parker will do or not, that's the time thing we all got and we can come again and speak on that. But
But
for
what
now, Parker already playing a role.
but what the board is requesting now, do you see that to be realistic?
But as I say, why you say because the both were afraid, right?
Mm-hmm.
The both why you look how sitting, they too are afraid. They don't want for anybody to just go early and bring any report that maybe that tomorrow again problem will come. So they want for people who have idea, who have experience to do the job that they too late to rest. Because you go
Okay.
post somebody, maybe again post about it days that we like people criticize too much. And the criticism can we also can create a criticism when they criticize us, then we get vexed.
Okay, then let's go back to Ernest test here. Ernest saying,
Mhm.
so if the person submitted their CV and their CV say they have all the qualifications the board looking for, so how the board going to authenticate that? Would the board conduct a test for the person?
No, there's a
So
community issue, right? There's a
so what
community issue,
happened?
right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. They, they can do that background investigation. If that person say the girl CV this, that, they can do one or two check behind the person and see what the person say is true. That's all. But you're not gonna get a person because nobody taking pay for anything. Nobody taking nobody go send and take test for anything. You just gotta do one or two call over man.
Man.
The person say this that you know. You do check, you do a background check on the person.
So should a person have degree in accounting or
You're
management
not gonna
before
have
they do
degree.
basic
No,
addition and subtraction?
no, no,
Uh-huh.
no, no. You now have to have business degree in accounting.
So
You
so
see,
so uh-huh. So
you
which
can
knowledge
get
are they looking
certificate,
for?
you can get a degree which is certificate. People can get certificate in bookkeeping, can
Mm-hmm.
get certificate in all the field when kind of find out. Because all
Are
the
they
thing,
accounting and are they economics up to
uh,
300 level? And I don't have
right.
certificate in it. So it mean I can conduct the
No, you
common
get
investigation as
knowledge.
well.
You get knowledge. When you do it at three, no, you get knowledge. What I'm saying,
Mm-hmm.
looking, all the thing is a different fee by itself. Not because someone know accounting me that they get all it. That look, that led this to rest. Not because someone do accounting me that they can do all it.
Mm-hmm.
All the things are big fee by itself. All the things are specific fee that people go into
So
and
who
make it
gonna
a
so
career.
then who gonna vet these people when the people who gonna vet these people do not have basic knowledge in this in what they're looking for as well?
No, but you saying now, for you, they say, if they accounting to 300 level, you can put in your CV, you get accounting knowledge. They think they already thing for the, but it's a petty thing. It's a petty thing. Before you start the audit, no, before you start the audit, you already know if you smart enough, if you did find out what of you know straight that correction exists or not. You can know straight. You know from the beginning or not. But some audit when you go to, you cannot know until you go deep. For the community thing, it's easy. It's easy.
All right. Anyway, thank you so much, my brother Morris.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for the time, my dear brother. We'll meet again. By
All
12
right.
30, 1 o'clock, we'll meet on the
Yeah,
feed.
we will. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
think Morris
Uh-huh.
I
Mm-hmm.
think Morris emphasized a point where he
Mm-hmm.
said that uh, Paco has done his part and sent it over to the board, and the board is reaching out for the audit that was being called for. So yeah, we're not putting this inaugural report or whatsoever that is in question on Paco. Putting the aspect of Paco is the leader. We're putting the aspect of the leadership on him, and he do have a greater say because he sanctioned. He even goes as far as sanctioning people within the administration want to speak, want to come out, what to say. It's like he even dictates on he's even dictating on how they associate and who they associate with. Those are things that we know. So he shouldn't wait until it's a good then we praise him as a leader, and then when in the background we're doing something that's not right and try to hide it. So that's what we're calling him out. We're talking about this industrial report and this issue about due payment and that. Because I can guarantee you, he may not speak on it, but it is his call. I know Raul Kiri is not just acting on his own, then well, then Paco will have to clarify that. But I can guarantee you that Paco is in cahoots with the actions being taken to take you out of the chat room. If he's not, then it's a failure on you as a leader because at the end of the day, he's responsible for that. So is he have a greater say in what's going on? Yeah, he may call for the audit and those things, but if he already came out to defend something, was he defending out of not knowing, he was ignorance to what the facts were, or did he defend it because there was something he was trying to protect, or an individual he was trying to protect? That if all the leaders say it's good, then everybody else will say it's good. Then everybody listening to my voice will say, well, the president finished speaking, so yeah, that's true. Let's just let it go. So I'm taking it back where when he said this is detailed, especially in a role that he has played before. Then it raises the question of what we consider detail. What in the past has we overlooked? Look, in this country, when a judge is caught in some legal malpractice, they go ahead and then they start, and when it is found, and that judge is being found guilty, they go ahead and start reviewing cases that as a judge, that person presided over. That judgment was already passed. Some of the people already done the time, some people still doing the time. And they go and start reviewing those past cases to see if it's something that have been missed all along. So if faculty find a report that he said it was detailed and it is not, then now it raises this question to me about what in the past, what other past financial reports that he have said it was detailed, that he said was 100% or accurate to a certain extent, and they were not. Was it out of ignorance, or was it he didn't know all the facts? Did he speak out of ignorance? I'm not. Let me clarify. I'm not saying ignorant that he doesn't know or he doesn't have common sense. Because in our librarian setting, for some reason, we use the word ignorant, people say you insult them.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
not.
oh yeah.
Yeah. So when I say I'm using the term ignorance as lacking the knowledge of to that or lacking the facts.
Mm-hmm.
So let me clarify, like for someone say, hey, because causing or pack or no. Uh, my disagreement or my contention with this issue doesn't it cannot result down to insult. It doesn't lead nowhere, and I'm not that. So where do we go from here? What's the backup plan? It's why I'm very curious to know. What's the goal? What they try to achieve with this? Beat everybody into submission? Force everybody in because you have to have some kind of leadership that you will be labeled as not falling in line. You don't like your community. You're too selfish. You don't like to be part of Liberian people team, but then you won't call yourself Liberian. Are they trying to shame people into paying the dues? If that's that's the wrong approach. Because what are the benefits? What information will I know that I can benefit from the state I live in, the state of Indiana, as a Liberian group? What are we benefiting? What is it and like I said, it pains me because it is something that they are overlooking. We have two representation the ULA
Mm-hmm.
that they're going to come up to see what quest they are going through ULA to find out why is it that our right to vote as Liberians in our upcoming election, where do we stand on that? They leading us. That's an easy benefit because at the end of the day, it's not going to fall on them. But they say we fought for this for these are some of the benefits why if you part of the Liberian community, the whole summertime are coming up. What are the summer programs that's happening in the state that could benefit people, children, parks, the the zoo is there. What are the summer programs? The summer benefits. The city actually try to push it out there. Now, if I want to know, I have to go on the city website instead
Mm-hmm.
of coming to the HR room because the information is not there. I'm not getting it from there. So if I need to go out there searching, then what's the benefit for my local leadership? What are they giving to me? Just the fact to say I'm part of a Liberian group who can do better. They have a whole lot of room for improvement. They have to step back, get back to the drawing board, distinguish between tactics and strategy.
Yeah.
Everybody can talk, everybody can plan. People think that it's this thing. That's one of the rudimentary error anyone can make it. A lot of people make it. Even professionals make it. It's a fine line, but it seems like it's a very obvious line once you know what you're looking for. So
Mm-hmm.
the fear tactics, the scare tactics that they're applying, it's not going to work for the big, if they have a bigger strategy. But I don't think they have a strategy. Right now, they're lacking innovation. And because of that, the community is just going to keep drifting everybody to their own little cliques.
Yeah. Hey, my brother. All right, Jivan. Let's do our parting. While you on, you can just do your parting right away. And let's let's do a parting. We're going to get ready for the soccer game. It's already 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
Before the man do his party, I wanted to respond to something that he said before
Okay,
while
go
he's
ahead,
speaking.
quick,
You know,
Savannah.
he was speaking in terms of progressive agenda that people are so used to, or people are so fond of, and say that oh they are all progressive. But the thing here is, people will come out and say oh they are progressive, but do they really understand what progressiveness is all about? Do they have an agenda? Now, quickly go back to the act of this leadership removing everybody from the chat room. Now, if you say you are head of a community organization, where is the community engagement without the people? Because you already told the people outside there, see, I don't need you. So where is the community engagement without the people? The community engagement comes with full pillar: the people, the practice, the policy, and the performance. So where are the people? Because the people is the first pillar when it comes to community engagement. So if you're throwing it out there now, how can you regroup? How can you strategize? How will you even build tactics amongst yourself to even foster for these people that you try to fully engage? Now, come back to the EULA. Do the EULA representative have an agenda? Do they know what they're supposed to be seeking? Do they know why they were sent there? If the leadership don't even have a set agenda with respect to that given plan in terms of the deliverables, then forget about the external factors or those representatives that will represent you to EULA. Because before you can go to EULA to represent LAR must have her agenda. Oh, I just get it. I'm EULA representative. Oh, I'm foreign minister. Oh, I'm this. All that just for nothing big show. When you have nothing to support it with, you have no plan agenda. You have no gains that you're trying to work towards. So look, this committee will continue to degenerate to nothing because of the people we elected and the people who say, oh, because your team was a younger team and your team did not stay here too long, then the other people have stayed here too long. It's not how long, but how well. How well can you articulate your own views? How well can you sell your dream to other people that they will buy? You know what I mean? So the whole thing here is we can come on shows every day explaining all these things. People say, oh, don't blame Paco. Why shouldn't people blame Paco when Paco is carrying on cover-up tactics for the National Committee up to now? He's still covering up. The first thing he did, he took $3,000 out of our account with no approval. That is outrightly wrong. You ask anybody, say, oh, there's something called discretionary spending in that regard. So look, the failure from the inception of this leadership is so much that you can point to. And they're not coming to reckoning. They're not coming to speak to people say, oh, I'm sorry. They're too big to say sorry and to ask for help. So they'll keep going in the wrong direction. And we'll help them go in the wrong direction because now they only have 2 years, 5 months. And out of 2 years, 5 months, they get technically 2 years, 2 months to actually function. The other 3 months will be all electoral activities. So they already wasted 1 year already in July. I give from now to the next 2 weeks will be in August. They can't show nothing that they have to say, oh, we did this, we did this. So, Jivo, stop questioning what EULA will do for us. Let's question what we as a people can set as an agenda that EULA will identify with. Because EULA have never been successful in anything that she's been doing around America's here. EULA once upon a time stole money from Ohio quick contest. They took the money and they used Ohio Columbus, Ohio community to raise money. They took the money to themselves with no accountability. Yes, back. That's seen Eula. So if Eula cannot be trusted, how can you trust Eli? Eli, I want to identify with Eula. Eli, I don't have an agenda. Eli, I can say, oh, with this, we stand for this. Eli, if you stand for nothing, you fall for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what Eli is doing. You don't have no program. You're talking about youth. You're talking about summer program. You should start planning for the summer while you in spring. And you execute in the summer. You can't plan for the summer in the same summer. All the children who in schools, those girls, they have workshop for them on IUPUI campus every year with set ages. While they train them, basic thing about themselves. They train them financial management. All these things is ongoing. But if the leadership is tagging themselves with the right people, getting the right information, disseminating the right information, people will feel obliged to be around. People will feel engaged. People will feel that, oh yes, we need to pay our meeting due. But you're not doing nothing. And they will say, oh, because you doing anything, I can't do anything for you, I'm feeding you, leave my house. But the person already eating outside. The person sleeping outside almost every day. You just get for nothing be house. Nothing can get the person. You even get water running in the house. You even get light. They put in darkness. They play cold. Then you say, oh, leave my house. I'll not even cry to sleep in the house anymore. Because I'm not even sleeping there. Maybe I was sleeping to my office. Or I was sleeping in somebody's couch that gave me heat. So if I say, oh, man, that person matter, we got to cook. What will I do? I will contribute.
Mm-hmm.
Because everything is there. Simple example. Simple logic. If you get pour current in the house, you don't have water running, you don't have heat, then you say, leave my house. Was the person even there to begin with? Those 300 plus you took from the chat room. They were just observers. So I never contributed one day in that chat room. They just go and read and they leave. They go and read because they won't contribute because they were never engaged. Then you say, oh, leave. Because I failed to engage you and I say you must pay them when to be here, so leave. But then I'm leaving. Simple as it is. Remove me and see what I will come back.
Thank you, Sylvanus.
You stop talking to them. That teleport straight in their face. There is no secrecy about this. If the man is a failure, you are a failure. If you fail the test, you fail the test. Go study and come back and can't retake it. Because if you can't pass it, I have one teacher. He told your own sister, if you cannot pass my course, you shan't go to the 12th grade. After T segment. And he failed in Smarter School. I'm not going to tell you about him. You're very straight to the point. He says, you cannot pass my course. You are teaching biology, chemistry, and mathematics. So you fail 3, you fail. And he fails his older sister in 12th grade. She didn't graduate. You got to be practical. So the idea don't put blame on Parker. If the fish hair is rotting, the entire fish is rotting. So Parker must take the blame. Parker must do better. He must stop going to Fatty Horse to sound check. Whereas the assembly has not approved. He must stop all those attitudes.
All right, Sylvanus. Yeah, it going to 12. Let's hear for Jivon do your party. Quick, Sylvanus do your party. We're going to get prepared for the game.
I think that will be my party because I'm going on camera. My players will be coming. Don't delay me, Philip, because you guys will win.
Thank you so much, Sylvanus. Yeah. All right, Jivon, do your party quick so we can get out of here and go get ready for the game. Oh, Jivon, we can hear you. I can hear you again, Jivon. I think you gone. You gotta go off and come back though. I can hear you. All right, so folks, Jivon gonna come back and do his parting. We're not hearing him right now. So
hello?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay. No, I was laughing. I said my brother Savannah's never feel in the team. You trying to delay him, gotta go on cam.
Yeah. I like it better, man.
Trying to play the middle, not work.
Make a fire in here better. Trust me. Yeah. Well, but go ahead, Jivon.
You know, And I would like to address this out to the entire community. Everything rises and falls on leadership. And yeah, I know some people may say, "Oh, I did for and this and that," but at the end of the day, it all starts from the head. Whether physically, mentally, emotionally, you have to already make that move in your head. So in leadership, the head already should have that plan, that innovation. If the head decides, if the head is sick, the movement will be sick. We will only rise above the fray. We will only move from one point. We will only improve ourselves. There's a whole lot of issues that we touch on. I hope we as a people, we can always strive to be truthful to ourselves. We should not plan that our goal for getting from one point to another point is some ill-conceived motive to
Mm-hmm.
get back, to prove something, to always be in charge. It doesn't benefit us because I don't care how strong you are. The opposition always have a say. And when I say the opposition, I'm not talking about political opposition. I'm talking about those elements of life that will come along.
Mm-hmm.
Man against himself. What is it within you that could cause you to fail? Am I doing it because of my ego? Am I doing it because I have to prove something? Man against nature. You, they say what the mind is. They say the mind is you plan to do something, but then your
Mm-hmm.
body is weak, right?
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember exactly how it's quoted right now.
Yeah, the mind is willing and the body is
The
weak.
mind is willing, the body is weak.
Yeah,
Man against man.
yeah.
There where you got something planned to go and somebody for no reason, whether the person got any other valid point of just when they criticize will come in there. You know, we these elements will come into play. Let us hold each other accountable, not just on the basis of friendship or how long I've been knowing you, or because we belong to the same group, we go to the same church, we got the same pastor, we belong to the same tribe, or because your wife and myself we close, or you when I needed someone to come and decorate for my baby shower, you came there, you volunteered this and that. And that's where it seems like some people have a smaller circle because your circle should be the ones encouraging you to do that which is right and not hold you based on the merit of something that they have done for you in the past.
Mm-hmm.
That, oh, I did this for you, so you have to follow what I say. You have to do as I pleases. It's affect us not just as individual, but as a community. Let us start holding those in leadership that we are close to account. I'd like to give a point, an example. What her name? Bernice Alpha. She
Yeah.
knows when she must talk, I tell her, hey, you do so and so thing. I hope you can give account for so and so thing. She say, oh yeah, trust me, give I will. I say, yeah, God, I will be the first person questioning you. It doesn't mean that, and we have that mutual respect because as of what's a relationship I have where I cherish it, that I hold her to account, and she knows that, and then we cherish our relationship. So we have to do that with each other. We have to start doing that with our leadership. We have to start doing that with our community. There's a
Mm-hmm.
whole lot out there for us to achieve. We're not going to achieve it if we just kick everything under the rug. Just look the other way. For me personally, I didn't pay my dues because I'm not just kicking it under the rug. I'm giving it space to breathe because everything will not be for free. It will not just,
Mm-hmm.
oh, let's just let it go. I don't care. You can be your millionaire. If you take my $5 and not giving an account to it, you will be held accountable. I will hold your feet to the fire. And
Mm-hmm.
until I can get it, and not just get it now, because I put in invest time and effort, there will be repercussions. And that is why I don't want us to go to. Let us keep our community quiet. Let us care for the most vulnerable. Let us take advantage of the activities, the benefits that this state, our different various cities, our different counties have to offer us. Let the leadership step up. Let's push them out there. That's why they volunteer to do this. It's a volunteer position.
Mm-hmm.
If they have any ill conceived me, oh, I want to do this so I can have it on my resume tomorrow, I'll go back to Liberia. I'll say I was Liberian this. I held a Liberian group. I'm part of this. Then, well, that's one of the benefits that come with it. Then do the job and do it right. Because if you're doing it wrong now, we will follow you. Because tomorrow night, this is like a social credit. You know, you see a
Mm-hmm.
credit history, you credit somebody money, they don't pay it. Then tomorrow, you don't expect a person to talk about it when you want to credit for another person. So now this is your social credit, this is your leadership credit. If I know, I will not remain silent. Just hold my man, you know, why you playing. I think that's why it's really worth it, and that's my vision. So I want you to come and back me, and I will be the one pointing you out. I said, no, this person, this man or this woman was in leadership before in the past, and this is what they did. This is the characteristics when it comes to leadership, when it comes to accountability, when it comes to transparency. You cannot ask them questions. I hope we all can learn from this. They probably have the leadership, probably have to re-strategize. We as community dwellers, we have to rise up to the occasion. Let them know that it's no longer we will just shut up and follow. We have
Yeah.
questions, and no questions have to be answered. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my brother Jivan Smith. And thanks to all of you who following us here today. We want to say we truly appreciate you guys. We're going to get ready for the Librarians, for the old timer game. The old timer got Barrow and IE game coming up shortly. So you see here we have today game on July 4th. We have Coach Pele versus Coach Samir. And both things are they both team they are in very high gear right now as I speak. They are on cam according to the information I just received. And it's going to be right at 5253 West 62nd Street, Indianapolis, Indiana, 46268. Those of you who know 62nd Park, you can make your way there by 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock. You're going to be going down there today. It's going to be real today. So all of you, you will see players like all the guys you see here. You see the Barrow team, you see the IE team. So they are in real high gear. Get ready and let's go to play today's soccer. So it's 2:30 or 3 o'clock, whatever time you show up. We want to say thanks for being here. Thanks to Jeevan Smith. Thanks to my dear big brother, Savannah Spilly. And thanks to all of you who have been up here and all of you who commented. We want to also say thank you. Today was just a very special one, again, as usual. But don't forget, we'll see you guys shortly. Thank you and bye bye.